Welcome to Scotty Talk with Dustin, Tyler, Shane. Welcome, Shane. It feels like this has been a long time coming.
It definitely has. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, happy to have you on.
Yeah. And Shane got to experience the rudeness that is me and Tyler. As the clock ticks down, we cut everybody. We will cut anybody off to start the show. But we don't explain it before we do it, which is probably my fault. So I apologize, Shane. But yeah,
I was thinking we need like, I don't know if there's something in the app where you can have a visual timer that counts down so people who are in know, besides the tiny one in the corner. But
yeah. No,
I don't know. I've not checked. So
yeah. I just read the private chat. I do that all the time, and I try not to. And then I realize I'm sitting over here banging the drums like I'm listening to an Eric Clapton.
I know it's like going off. I'm like, because it mutes it and then it
Phil
unmutes
Collins.
it automatically. So
yeah, I didn't realize that. Oh well, y'all got to hear a little bit behind the scenes. Yeah. Shane, welcome to the show. What in this picture here is from your Facebook profile? Who is this gentleman behind you? I'm kind of ignorant when it comes to the hockey.
That is Wayne Gretzky, the greatest of all time.
Oh gosh!
Out of all the ones that I would know, it would be that one. So.
Yeah.
Is that what? Are you Canadian by any chance? Or?
No. So a couple of years ago, I think it was a year, maybe 2 years ago. I'm from Chicago. Blackhawks fan my whole life. Chris Chelios, they retired his number and did a whole ceremony and everything. And there was a bunch of celebrities, former athletes and teammates that were there. And they panned up to one of the skyboxes. And I look over like 2 sections over, like right behind me. And it was him. I was looking at the screen, the Jumbotron during the ceremony. I'm like, oh my God, like trying to figure out where he's at. So after the ceremony ended, I kind of like moseyed my way over. He was talking with somebody over the counter. Those people actually behind me in the photo. And then he turned to me. I just, went to shake his hand, say a few words, and asked him for a photo. He obliged, spoke with me for like 3 minutes. Probably felt like an eternity for me.
Yeah.
And then I ended up getting him to sign one of the replica retirement banners that they were giving out to all the fans. So not ideal for a Wayne Gretzky autograph on a Chris Chelios banner.
You use what you have. Yeah.
Unfortunately, here on Scotty Talk, we only recognize one great one, and that is Mr. Scotty Young. So I apologize for not knowing.
Yeah. No, it's all good. Yeah.
I'm a big dummy. I'm sorry. I should have recognized Wayne Gretzky.
It's not a good angle of him kind of hunching over, but
that's awesome. That's an awesome picture to have.
Yeah, I think that was probably one of the coolest moments, even though didn't last long. It was probably one of the coolest moments in my life.
No, that is really cool. And
those short moments, it can be some of the most memorable. So
yeah.
And I apologize, Mr. Gretzky. That was my bad.
Never coming on the show now, Dustin. Thanks a lot.
He's
secretly a massive Scotty Young fan, and you just don't even know it. So.
I picture him sitting at home in front of his monitor with like one single tear rolling down his face, and like Dustin. I'm sure he wouldn't recognize me either, so I don't feel too bad. So,
you're going to meet him in public, and he's going to be like, you're that Dustin guy who couldn't recognize me.
Yeah. Justin Whitney. Whitney. Well, welcome to the Certified Good Buddy Club.
You're on the list.
About time.
We throw up the confetti and all that good stuff. So you have surpassed Mr. Taub as in the rankings of the Certified Good Buddy. Yeah. But I have a feeling we're going to have Seth on here again just so he can defend himself, because he's gotten a lot of gruff here lately from us. So, and let me see what his comments. Are we fighting?
Trying to touch it.
Yeah. First off, he misspelled Gretzky. I know that much for a fact. So we won't give him too much grief. He gives me grief every error I make on here, every spelling error. So.
That's why we love him, though, right?
Yep. Yeah, exactly. William T. Excel. I met him back in college, so he was a very nice gentleman.
Okay.
don't know that. Okay. Before we get into the fun stuff, Shane has brought his collection with him in a form of mini pictures on here, and I can't wait to dive into some of it. Some amazing stuff. But what the heck? Who put the laughing emoji con on this image? I guess I could have looked, but I wanted to, this image has I thought I don't even know what made me think to put this. I think I even put for Ryan that this was I was feeling melancholy this weekend, and I didn't really mean that in a negative way. I guess there's not too many positive, but I thought I love this image. This is a great image, and I put it on there, and I got more angry faces and like sad faces. But as I was going to take a picture of today, someone put a laughing emoticon. And
come forward. We know it was you.
yeah. This is like a FBI profile thing. That if you put a laughing face on this scene, something is wrong with you. This is worse than Derek having little girls beat up and punched in the face, and Skottie mutilating Popeye. This is pretty bad. So
yeah, this goes deeper. Yeah, this is not a laughing matter.
No, so this is serious. Yeah, this is very dramatic for everybody.
Let's say you can see. You run the page. So, I mean, you can see. You're the all-seeing. You're the Oz.
I could look and see, but it's fun not to name names and just to shame everyone.
Well, I'll go look.
Okay, you go look while we talk about this next thing. A week ago or a couple weeks ago, and we're getting to Shane's like, what the heck? I came on here to visit.
Oh no, I don't mind.
You guys talk about their most random stuff because we actually sent Shane a PDF of the show, but we left out like the first 6 slides because I just added them to this afternoon. But yeah, really cool. Jordan Shank was watching the show a week or two ago, and I made a joking comment that we don't have the budget to do a logo here. And really, we don't have a budget because we don't create a budget. This is all free. We use a free streaming software. We use a free platform. We use a free
we use our
social
free
media.
Time,
Our free time. Yeah. So the reason there is no budget is because no budget is needed. So and Tyler is kind of our creative mind. But Jordan heard us say that and was cool enough to piece together a logo that features kind of some of Skottie's font style and mixes it in for that. So, it's not going to be an official logo since we were not technically affiliated with Stupid Fresh Mess or Skottie Young. So
they like us, but they don't want us attached to them. So
no.
Like we'll look at you from a distance and wave, but you're not with us. So
yeah, you're not the girl that comes to the dance with us. You're the girl that hangs out afterwards.
We're the third wheel for Stupid Fresh Mess.
That's right. Shane's like, get me out of the show as quickly as
possible.
No,
I mean, I'm part of it. I mean, I like the behind the scenes stuff.
He's enjoying it.
I kind of figured there was going to be stuff that wasn't included in what was sent. So it's all good.
yeah, we're notorious for that. But thank you very much, Jordan. This was very cool, and we appreciate it. Eventually, our long-term plan is to get shirts, and we've kind of got a design set up for it, and it's scratched out. Tyler's going to hone it and make it better so we can all wear shirts together and be a nice little cult. Not really cult. I wouldn't say that. Group.
Click.
So
show up to conventions and all this stuff instead of all the SMF stuff.
That's well, exactly. Yeah. That's
I don't know. I'm not gonna. I want to be allowed in Skottie's line, so I won't push it too far.
No. We're keeping the Stupid Fresh Mess stuff. We'll just have to. This will be for the off days. We'll have a shirt
like the Superman, where you like take it off and then you got Skottie talk underneath.
Yeah, give a new the lady that wore the "Show Me Your Scotties." That shirt.
That's a good shirt.
That was a good shirt. Good. She should market that one. But anyway, But thank you again, Jordan. It was very cool of you to do.
It is really nice. Cool.
Yeah. I had to bring it back. There was so many requests for chart time with Dustin. And I told you, this was another one that Shane didn't see. I don't know if Tyler's even paid attention.
I anticipated a chart to be involved, so it's all good.
Yeah, I saw this one, but now that I'm looking at the numbers, this has to be blown out of proportion. So
there's no
way I mentioned it roughly 68 times.
No, not 68 times. You got to see that there's zeros involved. These are in thousands. So that was 68,000 times. And I rounded down. I mean, guys, if I had to count all of them, I would have been there all afternoon. But
I see that now. I
had to put the zeros up there. So I think Jerry had messaged whenever I put a reminder that we're having, Skottie talk on tonight. Is there going to be a chart? And I thought, well, I don't want to make the masses upset. So I couldn't think of what chart we was going to do, and then for the love of Pete, Seth messaged another K-pop Demon Hunter video
Yep.
this morning,
Yep.
and I thought this is like a record. We have did every day in September for K.
Yes, Seth is just as on top of it as I am. So
Yeah. Now, Shane, are you big into the K-pop Demon Hunters, or are you cool?
are you cool?
I
Wow, Dustin.
honestly, the first
Bleeding
interaction with
the
it was
witness.
when we talked about it during the last show, and I had no
wow.
idea what really was. I tried to look. I mean, I googled into it like to get an idea of references and stuff, but
Yeah.
prior to that last show where it was mentioned as one of the questions, I had no idea.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
it's gosh, I think I said even on the last show. You know, Walmart's even starting to play their music, play the songs like
Yep.
it's regular speakers.
Disney's playing their music. I don't know how legal that is, but you know they're
Really?
doing it. So yeah.
Wow. Objection. Yes.
Objection. Exactly.
And hey, Daniel. Yeah, I don't think we even said hi to everybody. Hey, Ryan P. Hey, Seth. Hey, Daniel F. Which Daniel had posted, and Shane, Tyler, I don't know if you saw this, but he had posted a collaboration from a book that he had got from Kickstarter, I believe, that had, I wasn't sure. Skottie was working with someone else to create a story. And I want to get more details from Daniel, and I'll have to do that for a future show. We'll have to.
Was it
But
that
I don't know. I
sketchbook?
hadn't seen that one. Yeah.
what's
Was
that?
it the sketchbook thing that was posted? I think.
I think so. Yeah, he just posted it like a day or so ago. But
Yeah, that
I
was
didn't have a
really
chance.
cool. I definitely screenshot it to try to get some more information, but I didn't have time to like look into it yet.
No, we'll have that
Oh,
for a
I
future
see,
show.
yeah.
You see it now, Tyler?
Yeah,
You pulled-
looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure where that was from, and I remember thinking I saw or read something about it on Kickstarter a while back, but I couldn't remember. So we'll definitely have to check that one out later. But without further ado, Shane's collection, and I thought we'd get the hokey stuff out first.
Yeah.
The-
I mean, there's still something
So-
Scotty.
Hey, hokey.
So offensive.
Scotty's
So
in that
offensive.
stuff.
Yeah, so Kickstarter one-page story. Okay, thank you, Daniel. We will pull up pictures for it later on in the future episode because it looked really cool. All right, I'm sorry, Shane. I'm just messing with you, dude. Oh, I see Andy Reid in there.
Yeah,
You're right.
see, Scotty's in the
exactly-
photo. It counts.
It does count. No, this is cool. I love back before I had to sell off a lot of my stuff to buy Scotty stuff. I had sections of my collectible room like this, and you know, whether it be the Titans. I'm a big Tennessee Titans fan. You know, Lego, Funko Pop. There's different sections. So looking through these pictures, I was like, oh man, I want to have a house where I can put collectibles in every single room because it
Yeah.
looks like you've pretty much spread it out as far as you could get. It's really cool to see.
Yeah, so that's my upstairs loft. So I got a 3-floor townhome, and I just didn't really know what I wanted to do with the loft area at first because the room that I'm in now, I obviously turned into an office space kind of thing, and you can see like behind me and not pictured other stuff in the room. But over the years, I mean, I've been collecting pop culture, sports memorabilia, obviously comics since I was a kid, and I just never really had a place to kind of store or kind of put up a lot of it. So
Right.
when I moved in here, I definitely that was like the perfect kind of place to put a good chunk of it. Not really ideal with the bookshelves at least, but it's what I had available at the time. So it's kind of just how I shoved everything in and just kind of made it work on that side of the loft.
Oh, it looks really cool.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the first thing that you collected? I mean, were you comics first or sports memorabilia or both or what was your...
I'd probably say like comics and like just toys from like the 90s and all that stuff growing up, like any kid. Power Ranger stuff was probably the first like real thing I collected as a child, followed by comics and then just being a sports fan, playing sports growing up and all that. So, I mean, couldn't even tell you what the first thing I ever got that would be.
No.
Photo
I
and
wouldn't expect
but,
that. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was just really one of those things, I guess, kind of for different reasons. You know, I like a lot of the different aspects of of collecting in general, because, you know, you can kind of collect anything. And
Yeah.
I mean, there's really no right or wrong thing, I guess, when you break it down. So
Absolutely. Who's your
exactly.
favorite? Who's your favorite hockey team?
I'd probably still say the Blackhawks. I mean, even though they're pretty horrible now, I mean, they've always been my favorite team since I was a kid. I mean, there's other teams that I like or follow or players that I do enjoy watching as well. But I mean, deep down, I'm a diehard Blackhawks fan.
Very nice.
Now, Tyler, I don't mean to. I've never talked to you about sports. I don't think we've ever talked about sports before. But are
Nope.
Are you a Florida Panthers fan? Are you a hockey fan?
No.
Oh,
I don't really do
awkward.
sports at all generally. The only sports that I would follow are the Panthers football team, which annoys me that the Panthers hockey team is the same name because my in-laws and family, they follow the Panthers. So I'm like, they say Panthers, and I'm like, Carolina? No, okay. That's I was like, I didn't think so. But no, yeah, not too much of a sports person. I've seen a few hockey games in person when we lived in Minnesota. We got to see a few of the games up there through our job. Who had tickets we could win, and we got to go to a few of those. So
I've never watched the Predators play, which is the closest to my facility. But I've always heard if you go watch a hockey game live, you'll be hooked on it.
Yeah, it's really one of those. It's just so fast paced. Obviously, there's just the way the game kind of goes. I'd probably say compared to most professional sports, it's probably one of the more exciting ones to watch. Just it's kind of constant. I mean, obviously, there's football, there's action, but there's stoppages and stuff. But
it's just so long and boring. I will say I went to a Mets game when I visited my brother in New York, and that was actually a lot more fun. Like I'd been to a baseball game before a few times, but it's like baseball and hockey are like some of the more, steady paced sports that they're getting into the action, they're staying there. It's not taking egregious amounts of time to, get through the game. So
was the Mets game that you went to, is that before the pitch count or after the pitch not pitch count, the pitch clock?
The timer, that's newer. So if it was beyond,
I wasn't sure. Yeah, when's the last
years.
When was that? When did you all go? Because I was just wondering. I've heard of people that's went to it since they've put the pitch clock in, and they said it's a lot. The game's a lot more, faster paced and more interesting than it was for, call for time.
I hadn't noticed, but yeah, my brother he mentioned it because he and his wife, they were talking about it, and I was like listening to them chatting, and from what he was saying, yeah, it seemed like that was the general consensus, was that things were a lot more, again, steady pace and constantly, flowing versus, where it might have lagged in the past and stuff. But it was a quick game. We got there also a little bit into the start, and they weren't doing so hot. But then it evened out at the end. So, but it was funny. It was just a last minute thing we kind of thought of. I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind going to the stadium and seeing a game. So
awesome. All right, so is this where you're at right now in this picture? Or is this another?
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
The room, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So that's one of the angles of the room itself, or the office I'm in. Yeah.
I see something Dustin I already know is going to ask about.
Yeah. We're getting a little bit closer up here to it. Is that what you were referring to?
Oh no, I thought you were going to ask about the Brett Goldstein photo on the left there. Ted Lasso, I'm assuming.
I can't see that well, Tyler. I was trying to squint and see that.
Yeah, that's a signed Brett Goldstein.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you acquire that like through a vendor, or was that in person?
So I would probably say the collection of like between all of my stuff that I have, remember sports, pop culture, all that. I'd probably say it's probably 60 to almost 70% in person, or I've acquired myself, and 30% either through a vendor, like an auction website or something like that. For the most part, yeah. But that one particularly, was an auction that I won.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wish you wouldn't have pointed it out, Tyler. I would have never known.
I thought that's where your eyes are. Like, you were like zooming in, so I was like, oh, he's already clocked the Ted Lasso.
Yeah, the lighting for the obviously in this room isn't the best for photos, so I try to get at least some of the angles, but I noticed some of it has glare on it. So
no, I thought they were great. I mean, you did a good job.
No, I mean, yeah, really, you captured pretty much all of it. So
absolutely. And as we get through and we start going around here a little bit, I didn't mean to do that. Some of these. So I see a green Power Ranger, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
I should have brought my glasses this episode. Can you give us kind of a walkthrough of some of the highlights there, so I don't embarrass myself?
I mean, obviously, as a kid, Green Power Ranger was always like my favorite character growing up. It's as a kid, what do you want to be when you grow up? You want to be a Power Ranger. So back in, I want to say it was 2013. Jason David Frank, rest in peace at this point. But he was at a convention in Chicago. So I had to make sure I went to go see him. That photo just to the left of it was the photo taken of me and him together at that show. But the cool thing was, so San Diego always has like exclusives, as you guys know, for different things every year. And it was either, I think it was 2012, the year before, they were doing like 24 gold plated power morphers, or like a special morpher for like the Green Ranger / White Ranger. So I had a buddy that went to San Diego that ended up getting me one, and then I didn't know he was getting me one, so I bid and got one on eBay like a week after.
Yeah.
So I had two. So me being the dummy that I am, like I opened one up, rather than keeping it, mint sealed, just so I can like see it.
Yeah.
So when I went to meet him in line, he saw that, he realized what it was, but he never saw one open. He'd only seen it in the package. So like he took it from me, made like an Instagram video with it.
Oh, cool.
And then of course, fulfilling your childhood dream, he asked me like to do the morphing sequence or whatever with him, which is so cheesy, like as an adult to think about, but like,
oh yeah, but it's so cool.
The inner 8-year-old with me, just having him stand next to me and kind of going through all that stuff. I would say at that point, it's just like, child me just died, a happy person at that point.
That's so cool.
And I want to point out, you're not a dummy for opening it either. I'm firmly a believer in opening the things that I buy because I'm buying them for the item, not for the value itself. And at least in this case, like you said, you had the one that was closed and then the one that was open. So the best of both worlds. And like you said, it led to the moment with them, which is really cool.
Yeah, like I don't, like I've mentioned to you guys, like I don't have Instagram. So I literally on a web browser on my phone, and I have saved the link like to his Instagram story from that video.
Oh,
but the sound no longer works. So it's just a video. There's no sound.
Oh no.
But it's like saved on like a file on my computer and like on my phone, just so I could always go back and like relive that moment. Obviously I would say that's probably a reason for me to download Instagram, as everyone keeps telling me I need to do, but yeah, it was a pretty surreal moment. But to kind of move on, you can kind of see, so next to that is just a photo with me and Kevin Smith.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that photo was taken in 2018. One of the years I went out to San Diego to work the convention. Buddy of mine worked for a promo company, who I kind of mentioned to you guys before we started, got me the gig for about 6 years working at C2E2 every year. And then one year was invited to go work San Diego. So it was like late night after working a long day at the show. We were just kind of winding down in the lobby and ran into him, talked with him for a few minutes, got a quick photo. And then 2 years ago, he was at C2 and I had that photo printed from 2018. So I brought it with me just in case I decided to get in line to see him. And so I brought the photo up to him in line. And like I just placed the photo in front of him, said hello, didn't say anything. And he like stopped me and he pointed at the photo and he was just like, 2018. And I'm just, it like caught me off guard. And then he goes, wow. San Diego. And he like named the hotel. I was just like, yeah, like out of the thousands of millions of people that he meets a day or a year, like that he would remember that just from the photo, just kind of blew my mind.
It's wild. Yeah.
Yeah. So he wrote on there just like, Shane, I remember this. Love you or whatever, Kevin Smith. So that was kind of like what is going on?
Yeah, what is life right now? Yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool with that. Just that's obviously awesome, some other, actors and stuff that I met at some shows, Boondock Saints and Yondu and stuff. And then up in the corner, I didn't know if I sent you another photo of that angle of that. But that's a signed Christopher Lloyd Back to the Future license plate with some custom.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then the photo next to it is a signed Michael J. Fox.
Wow, man. Yeah. And I love the space that there's still space that this when everybody sees all the pictures that we're about to show, they're gonna be like, this is an incredible collection. But the fact that you've been able to kind of spread it all through your house, you've got room. You're gonna, man, the next time you come on here, it's just gonna keep on growing, which is the coolest part about this.
Yeah, exactly. More wall space just means
I definitely got to rearrange some stuff in here. At least I know I got a bunch of wall space, back there, but it's just trying to place everything kind of like how you have your wall behind you. Yeah. Figure out how to like space it better like that.
Yeah, no, mine's confined to a hole in my house. Like my wife will not let it escape this hole. This is like the collection. Now the fact that, and no doubt, whenever everybody sees your collection, your collection is bigger than mine. but the fact that you're able to spread it out, it looks so much nicer than mine because your display is really, you did a great job on your display just because it's spread throughout the house, and I can't wait for everybody. We'll get to the other pictures.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, there was a bunch I realized of stuff that like I wanted to share, but I realized I had sent too many emails, so I didn't. Like, there was a few other things I wanted to kind of show or at least mention. I could mention them or share them to the Facebook group at a later date. But
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
if you've never done the purge, shares or anything like that, then
yeah, I haven't yet. I mean, I know when what was it, the end of the year, kind of
July, right around July 4th, we do the purge.
Yeah, I was out of town and I just didn't get to do it, and I didn't want to be that guy that submitted after the fact. So
there's always about 10 of them that do. So, real quick too, before we get to the next slide, I meant to ask you this early on, Shane. We talked a little bit before the show. We never got into this though. At which point in your life did you decide it was going to be your mission to defeat Tyler and become the first comment on every Skottie post? Because Tyler's it's being noticed. It's being noticed, and we're respecting the game that you have.
It out. I was
honestly, I mean, I was typing. I think I commented on his comment afterwards. Was it last night? Yeah. I was at work and I got the notification of there was a Substack thing. I'm like, all right, cool. So I, read through it, started typing it out, and then something, got a phone call or something happened mid paragraph, and I didn't want to submit it unfinished just to beat Tyler. I posted it, refreshed the page, and I'm like, it was 2 minutes he beat me by.
Yeah, you'll have messages pre-typed from now on, so you can just copy and paste them. You'll be like, I love this post, Skottie. Great job. Paste. You're done. You got it.
I know, and because that's been happening. Like, it happened on his YouTube, on his most recent video. Because again, I'm somebody because I'm normally first, but it's normally still after I read through the whole thing and type out, paragraph responses. Cause it's I never can just say that's cool. I just not that type of person. So when I did it on YouTube, posted something like 2 minutes after the video uploaded, which is a 30-minute video. And they were really great tips and stuff. And I'm like, you didn't even watch the video. I'm like, you couldn't have commented, any faster when he posted it. So
yeah, I mean, I would say at least, I mean, you've read some of my responses.
Yeah, yours are nice and in-depth. So
and it's I genuinely do read it because it's why would they be posting it unless you're gonna if you're not gonna read it?
Yeah, engage. Yeah.
But especially if they kind of ask a question, so you're trying to defend Skottie to Megan and stuff like that, I wanted to at least not just BS it and kind of at least give reasons why I thought it was well finished or whatnot. But no, I mean, it's all in good fun, obviously, whether
that's what we joke about.
First, nobody's going to comment, and Seth always tries to beat me, for the
this is what he puts.
Yeah,
so exactly.
So he doesn't watch the videos. He does. He's not even a Skottie fan, I don't think. But he comments first just to mess with us.
I think he said he was selling all of his Skottie stuff too. So
I think so. On Whatnot. If you want it on
Whatnot. So. On Whatnot. It's even better.
All right. Sorry, we chase these rabbits all the time. I'm sorry, Shane. This is another really cool setup. I see you have a Detolf there. I have a couple of Detolfs.
Fancy way of saying it, Dustin.
Detolf.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
What?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry.
Yeah, honestly, I had been searching for those for 10 years because they were always sold out. And then obviously they were discontinued a few years ago. So I have two of them now. Luckily, Facebook Marketplace, I got lucky.
Nice.
Over the last few months. But it's so hard to find a good display cabinet or stand in general. And those were perfect. So I don't know why IKEA decided to.
No, are they still not selling them there?
They discontinued them
really
4 or 5 years ago. Yeah.
Holy cow. Whenever we went to Florida, started going 2013, somewhere around there, every year I'd go, I'd always pick up 2 of them. And we would have a van full of people. We would store them, and I'd have to scream, please don't step on the glass.
Yeah.
And I kind of collected them, and then I got to a point where I didn't need any more. But because I had some in boxes, and I went to pull one out to open it up, and it was the coolest thing. As soon as I pulled the glass out, it just shattered into a billion pieces.
I'm sure that's probably part of the reason why they stopped carrying it, because these things must just be a pain in the butt to carry and sell. And
I mean, here's I'll be honest. So obviously they were the two people I bought them from, one person was nice enough to deliver it to my house and then even help me set it up because like I didn't know what I was doing. And then obviously I watched how it was done. So when I got the second one, which is the one in that image, I picked it up, but like, you know, I had to use like bubble wrap and blankets to like carefully transport the glass pieces and
tempered glass is no joke.
You need to people because it's so heavy.
I did it myself,
so
and knock on wood, I was able to pull it off. So
no, it's just such a weird contraption. Yeah, hello Becker. Yeah, I don't like these. My sister-in-law has some, and I would never want them just because they're just such a. Again, they're just so heavy, but I get it. You know, it's clear and stuff.
They look good, but to move them, it is a nervous wreck to try to move them. And Shane, you probably, once I put them in the spot where they are, I try to leave them there because I'm so scared it's just gonna shatter and get glass.
Yeah, and you got nerds like Brenton. Did you dust proof them? Makes them so much nicer.
I had extra dust in mine before I get started. I get some sawdust to blow on it just to
I want an au natural, okay? I'm not a vacuum formed sealed chamber, okay? You know.
They are really cool. I can, especially for Skottie statues is what I'm putting in there now, the Marvel statues. But any given day, I'm expecting to come home and just see all my Skottie statues in the floor in a pile of glass, which we would probably have to cancel Skottie Talk that week because I would be in mourning the whole time.
I'd secretly ask photos and like I just do it myself and show the remains of your. We'd have
on my knees.
A memorial service. So.
Yeah, be rubbing ash on my face and pounding the heavens. Anyway, back to Shane's collection. What do I see? Spider-Man. Is that from Spider-Man 1?
Yeah, that's signed by Sam Raimi.
Oh, nice. And Waterboy.
Cool.
Yeah, it's Waterboy signed by Adam Sandler.
No, I wish it was actually Henry Winkler.
Oh, Henry Winkler. That's even better.
Good though. Yeah. He seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah, that was one of the like more genuine interactions I would say with a celebrity I've had the privilege or honor of meeting over the years. Wolverine #1 is the comic that's kind of in the glare that you can't really see next to the jersey. Just the first.
Oh yeah.
Oh okay, I got you. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell in that image. And then both the Caddyshack and Christmas Vacation are both signed by Chevy Chase.
Very cool.
If I hear breaking glass, it better be followed by stone. I like that response.
Classic.
Yeah. Statues aren't fragile or anything, so we're in good shape.
They're made of foam.
And then I don't remember if I sent an angle, but inside, it might be one of the other photos. I can't remember, but that top shelf there is like that. Thinking of like having to rearrange that, but that top shelf there is kind of like the Skottie section up there, at least for what's in a container or cabinet, I should say. So I have the I Hate Fairyland trucker hat that's signed.
You did send that picture. We got we get to the Skottie section. Yeah, because there's a whole lot better.
Oh, is that what you did? You separated. Gotcha.
I tried to a little bit. Yeah, I mean, there's some other stuff, but that Wolverine helmet though, I actually just got last week. That's the new Hasbro helmet.
I was wondering if that was the Hasbro.
Yeah, I'll show you later. I'm not gonna waste time now, but yeah, showed up 2 months early, so I was pretty ecstatic to come home the other day and have that sitting on the doorstep.
Yeah, if y'all wait to go on. I was going to say if they wait to the end of the show, Ryan will put it on. Or Ryan, I saw Ryan just type something. Shane will put it on. So we'll hang in with us, guys. Yeah. Sorry, Tyler.
I was just going to say those Hasbro helmets their whole line is so well done in my opinion for something that's as decent looking as it is for a decently reasonable price for something like that. So. If I had the money and space, I'd own every single one of them. So
it's the first one. And honestly, like when they announced it back in June or July, August, whenever it was, like that was the first thing I'm like, immediate order. Like, waited my whole life to see, live action Wolverine wearing the suit. And when Jackman did it for Deadpool Wolverine, I'm like, okay, any opportunity they're going to come out with something, like I have to get it. So
that was me with I got because the Iron Man helmet was the first one. I think the actual first one they did. Their original one, and that's the one that I got. And then they did like Star-Lord that I got and a few others. But yeah, now their line is so much more expanded and so much better. So
yeah, I've got a buddy that he collects the Star Wars helmets from that line, and those are really cool.
Yeah, those are really well made. Yeah.
Well, just looking at his pictures that he sends me and this picture of the Wolverine there, I mean, this looks like high end, like, the high end.
Yeah, like I almost bought like a 3D printed one or somebody that sells them on like Etsy or whatever, but like I couldn't justify the price at least for that. But I mean, I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, for a mass-produced helmet, like to see it from this angle and see the wear and tear and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I'll grab it down at
really
the end of the show and I'll show you
mass-produced,
guys. I'll show you, but yeah, I mean, the detail is astonishing. Like I looked into it, and apparently Hasbro got the screen-worn or screen-used mask or helmet that Hugh wore with like a head sculpt or whatever, and they were allowed to like copy it that way for this mold.
Oh, that's awesome! Yeah,
so it's the closest thing that you'll probably
get. It's accurate. Yeah, that's super cool.
Oh, man, I see these like that. Have you tried it on, Shane? Have you worn
it? It was the first thing I did as soon as I put it
together. I know it wouldn't fit my head. It'd probably fit Tyler's head, and I just want to see it on your head before the end of the show. that is now all that I will be thinking about. So
you could do the Jamie method and just wear it during the show. So
I honestly thought of putting it on, but I couldn't do a whole show with that on my face because I couldn't see.
Fair. That one's a lot more.
I wouldn't be able to see because I don't have the glasses on and I'm blind. So
okay, we don't want that. All right, so all this stuff you've got here, you'll have to do a little bit of explanation on there because it looks like this is some more vintage. Yeah, I'm not. I know who Mel Brooks is live on stage.
Yeah, so a couple years, I can't remember the exact year. 2017. It's right in front of me. So 2017, Mel Brooks was touring around a few different cities doing Young Frankenstein showings.
Oh, no way!
Frankenstein, and then he'd come out after it, finished showing, and then do like a Q&A. So I went to the show. He's one of my favorites. I mean, I grew up with Mel Brooks, Marx Brothers, and all that, Three Stooges and all that from my dad. And I just, when he came to town, I was like, I bought a front row center seat. Like I didn't care what I needed to do just to be able to see it, close to him in that sense, because he's a living legend.
Yeah.
And after the show, because I bought the poster there, walking out the side door to go to my car where the garage was near like the stage door. And I happened to like cross paths with him and got him to sign it for me.
Oh, so that's
awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's another one of those cool things.
Very lucky man, Shane. We're in all these stories.
Right place, right time. I've been pretty lucky with a lot of that stuff. The license plate, Spaceball, signed by the princess. I always can never pronounce her name, Vespa, or the actress's name. I can never pronounce.
Yeah.
And then just a couple Mel Brooks and Carl Reiner, 2000-year-old man records and stuff like that, or vinyls and stuff. And then on the other side of the TV, because that's the same wall essentially.
Yeah.
Just some comedy posters of different comedians that I've seen over the years, and I've been lucky enough to get them all signed by them. So,
dang.
Yeah, Gabriel Iglesias, that my stepdad was able to get that one for me because that was down in Arizona where my mom and stepdad used to live. Lewis Black, I saw him a year or two ago, and they did like a drawing for a signed poster, and I luckily somehow won that.
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't know how. I mean, just I got lucky, I guess, or maybe not many people entered the drawing at the show.
That's cool. That's very cool. I'm nervous now going up against any Skottie like Raph.
He's got the luck on his side.
Yeah, the raffles are just all Shane.
Not really. I mean, I guess, but
that's cool. Hey, it's good. It's very good to have stuff like this based upon.
It's just they're cool things to remember or have from the event or the night, because obviously a lot of
absolutely
stuff, like bring a phone or whatever to take photos of or with. So, and then Tom Segura, Bert Kreischer, and then Nick Offerman is the top one.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, that would be. I just downloaded his one of his books on Audible to listen to, so looking forward to that. But you saw me and Tyler both perk up when you said Nick Offerman. I mean, he's a legend. I mean, Mel Brooks, he's okay. He's been around for a few years, but Nick Offerman.
Yeah, Ron Swanson, like you can't not like the guy.
Yeah.
But no, so when we saw him, or at least for Nick, it was at the same theater, Chicago Theater. So we knew where the stage door was from going. Like I at least knew from when I saw Mel a couple years prior. and it's just kind of like one of the exits of the theater is right on that side. So me and my friends that went just kind of hung out and waited to see if if he came out. And like an hour later, because we just were killing time, him and his wife Megan Mullally walked out, and then took photos with everybody that was there. Was like maybe 10 other people there, so we got to meet them after the show, which was pretty cool.
That is.
That's super awesome. Yeah.
And for anybody watching, this is Shane Lamm. If anybody just tuned in, I figure we might as well. We're going through Shane's collection. These are non-Skottie items. We've got a section coming up in a few slides that are pure Skottie. So, but yeah, Shane's just keeping us entertained with these stories, and man, the tales that he's telling. How old are you, Shane? I didn't even ask that to see kind of what range you're in for movies and stuff like that.
I'm sorry. One more time. Sorry.
He's like, how dare you? How dare you ask me how old I am?
Excuse you?
Yeah. I drop yours. What age are you? How old are you?
I'm 34. I'll be 35 in a couple weeks.
Oh, you're just a young fella like Tyler. So yeah, I'm grandpa again in here. But some of these things you're referencing, like Mel Brooks, and some of these. But when you said Power Rangers, I was like, he's a kid of the '90s. But I there were some conflicting things. So I had to know how old you are.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up obviously, like I said, from my dad with the Rat Pack, Mel Brooks, and all that stuff, Three Stooges, and early on, like early SNL and stuff like that. So.
Okay, well, you've got good taste. You've got really good taste. So I just want to compliment you on that.
Thank you.
I started to say except for your hockey, but I've joked around too much.
How rude.
We're losing all of our hockey viewers. Blazing Saddles. This was another one that when I saw this picture, I was like, my mouth dropped because I mean, it looks like it's got Gene Wilder there at the top.
Yeah,
is that correct?
Yeah, that is in fact signed by Gene Wilder. Yeah.
Okay. I was going to ask if that was a replica or if it was his actual signature. So
no, that is an actual signature. I did not get that in person.
I was going to ask, this is an auction.
Yeah, that was an auction that took me several weeks of losing, and I eventually was able to pull that off and get that. So yeah, that. I would say up until a few of the more recent pieces of like Skottie and some other stuff, I'd probably say that's probably one of my favorite things in my collection.
No doubt.
That's a great one. Yeah.
Who else signed it? Like I should know the actors.
Oh, it's just him. It's just that's the only one on there. That's
okay. Once again, I don't have my glasses, so the little space at the right looks like a squiggle.
Yeah, that's just I think I can't even see from here.
Yeah, we're good. Gene Wilder's the big one. That is definitely a centerpiece of any collection. So I was very blown away when I saw, and that just shows you how drawn I was to Gene Wilder's signature. Is the fact I didn't even look to see if anybody else signed it. That's all I saw when I saw it. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Now this on the sign, I'm constantly editing Skottie's covers and things like that. I didn't even catch the sign on the right over there at the.
Yeah, because Dustin doesn't like naughty words.
Children, virtue eyes.
You can't see it in that photo, but that's a Ron Swanson quote.
Yeah, exactly.
And it says Ron Swanson at the bottom. So I kind of that's like just to the right of that is my garage door, like to go out. So it's kind of just like a reminder as like I leave the house every day. Yeah, it's kind of like a reminder, just like
you eat a piece of bacon and you just tap it with the bacon and then walk out.
Yeah.
All right. So what else we got in this?
I love all the Blues Brothers stuff. That's really awesome.
Yeah. Again, just something I grew up with and I enjoy. So that's just a regular poster itself, but the two records or the vinyl albums were signed by Aykroyd. I met him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Years back and got those signed by him.
Very
cool. The photo in the middle of the license plate in the Breakfast Club and stuff was also signed by him too. So.
You have a lot of celebrity signed stuff, and we've talked. We'll see some of the comic stuff here coming up. But I mean, which way? Whenever you're thinking about what kind of fan you are you more of a comic fan, or are you more of a film memorabilia fan, or what? Because this is, I would think a con that has like celebrities and comics stars would probably be like MegaCon would be kind of like your perfect world where you could hit up both of them.
I think when I was younger, it was a lot of that, but like in general, like deep down, I'd say comics and like in general, like that's my true passion. Like what I enjoy, just like the art, the drawing, the different styles and stuff like that. Obviously, just I enjoy. Like I'm a big sports fan. I'm a big, pop culture and film and media, enthusiast too. So it's kind of a cluster of it all.
Yeah.
But I gotta, like I was telling you earlier too, like I gotta figure out where to put stuff. I mean, you can kind of see the frames above the Blues Brothers poster. Like those are for comics eventually. I just haven't gotten around.
Okay, I was wondering what those were.
Yeah, I haven't gotten around to putting anything in them yet because I just got those up a little while ago. I have about 20 other frames or comic style frames to like put up on walls to like finally start to actually displaying a good portion of my books itself. But like you said, it's a matter of like finding space or kind of deciding where you want to put them has been the biggest issue.
Okay, y'all don't throw stones at me or anything, but what is the I'm guessing that's Ari's Ferrari. What is that from? Am I completely missing that?
You can't tell. Yeah, so that you can't tell because it got cut off, but that's from Entourage. It's signed by Jeremy Piven.
Okay. My bad. I remember Ari from Entourage. I didn't watch that too much, but yeah, that makes sense. I was trying to figure that out in the picture. But
and then Wayne Knight on the Jurassic Park.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. So, and then
is there? Okay, it's like, nope.
Club, both of those are by Emilio and Judd Nelson too. I got those guys on there.
Oh, Breakfast Club. Okay, yeah, I see that now. I see that on there.
Got to get out the monocle.
Yeah, Mr. Peanut style. And you've got Book of Mormon, so I recognize that. I can see that.
Tons of signatures there.
Yeah. So there was a few years that like I was going to a lot of the Broadway shows, like Book of Mormon, and a handful of others with some friends. And at the end of most shows, I've noticed they try to collect for charity or for the actors guild or whatever. And stuff like that. So I was just like, they always try to catch it as you're walking out, and they were showing, for X amount you get this, for X amount you get that. And it was probably one of the better shows I had seen at the time, just from start to finish. And I wanted to support. I'm like, well, hey, if I can get a cast signed poster to kind of remember this, and the money goes to a good cause, like two birds, one stone, like it'd be dumb not to do it. So, so that's how I got that.
And is that is that Home Improvement, Tim Allen?
That's signed. Yeah, that license plate signed by Tim Allen. Yeah,
very cool.
With like a custom frame that.
That's where you're supposed to go.
I can't do it. That was awful. I'm sorry, Tim Allen. Please. And on the right, obviously, who's that strapping gentleman on the right over there?
That
Huge Jackman.
Yeah, and that I'd probably say rivals my Gene Wilder for like favorite. I'd probably say because that is signed by Hugh as well.
Oh no,
nice. I was wondering, is it on looks like the claws there? Or?
Yeah, it's just around Deadpool's eye. It looks like.
Okay, that's what it looked like. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it then. That's very cool. Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah, that's a big one. I didn't even realize that one was signed because I couldn't look at it that closely.
There was no real good angle because there's a light in the corner where that's hung for me to get without a glare, so I had to kind of go off center, and that was really the only image that wasn't blurry from a light coming down on it.
Well, not a lot of clear space to be signed there on it either, so it's just kind of have to sign it on it. So.
And Hugh's got a really quick signature too. I mean, from what I've seen on comics, so I can't really. So
Dustin's a huge fan. So
yeah, yeah, rim shot. All right, Chef, and some of these were like some deep cuts here.
I was gonna say, I really
Jon Favreau.
Yeah, I really like the Chef one. I really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, so that one like holds a dear place to me. Because I actually was a chef / cook for almost 13 years before doing now, what I do now. And when that came out, that was kind of where I was in like a dark place, just mentally, physically, kind of just beat down and just needed to take time away from the craft. And that movie kind of came out and kind of just like reminded me like why I do what I do, or when I was doing this stuff and why I still enjoy cooking. So, I mean, I know everybody, associates him with like Iron Man and Star Wars and all that, but like he'll always be, El Jefe and stuff like that to me, regardless of anything else he does.
Yeah.
That's cool. So
it's super cool. Yeah.
So you were a chef. I mean, is that a profession that does have? I mean, it seems like from the show. I base all my stuff up on pop culture, but from the show The Bear, everybody's
I knew
unhappy.
you were
Is
going to
that?
mention that. Yeah.
That's, that's like the stereotypical ignorant,
No, honestly, like
perspective.
for
But
someone that was in the industry for over a decade, I would probably say, I mean, that is probably one of my favorite shows of all time. Like through and through, acting, the way
yeah,
they capture stuff, but that is the most accurate representation of what it's like to be in that industry compared to any other movie. I mean, Chef did a fairly good job at it, but like
yeah.
obviously The Bear, there's more detail and like behind the scenes type of thing. But
Yeah.
I mean, watching that first season, I think it gave me PTSD. Like
I can
I bet
imagine.
I can imagine.
It's sad to
So,
say, but like there were
The
scenes in
stress
that,
it gave me, I can only imagine. Yeah. So.
yeah, it just like I felt like I was getting PTSD from it, unfortunately.
Holy cow! I think the Bear and Ratatouille are like the ones I hear
Mhm.
about with the little marks on the hands and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That they talk about how good of course we bring in Pixar, but yeah, that whenever I hated to even ask that question, but that's really the only insight I have for chefs other than Chef Reacts, which I love watching on Instagram.
yeah.
But anyway, National Lampoon's Vacation and Christmas, yeah, Vegas Vacation and Christmas Vacation. I'm assuming these are both signed too. I apologize for even asking
Yeah,
that, but
again, it's hard for the photos, but yeah, they're
yeah,
both again Chevy Chase on Vegas and then Randy Quaid. I'm not going to say the quote, but the quote from that scene,
yeah.
he added to that. So
Very
Yeah,
nice.
I'm kind of nervous even having that picture on the right up because for the as far away as it is, I'm hoping it's YouTube doesn't misinterpret it as something
mhm.
else. So
I tried to make it to where you couldn't necessarily read it from the photo for that reason. So hopefully
Yeah.
nothing
oh
happens.
no, not the words, just the image of it. The image I'm trying to.
Oh, I gotcha. I
You
Yeah,
need
gotcha.
so,
you need
yes,
Scottie's sketch to go with it. So
that's right.
Yeah,
All right, man. We just keep going, and we're starting to get into some of the original art. I mean,
yeah,
obviously on the left we've got some more posters, and good gosh, I mean, there's all from Star Wars to Beetlejuice to Guardians. I mean, there's
yeah. Just a bunch of different films posters from over the years, or releases, or early screenings and stuff that I was able to go to. That I just like the way the look of the posters were or whatnot. Like the Logan one, I think is just a classic.
yeah.
It's
yeah.
got like that late '70s, early '80s feel with that poster that they came out with, and then just it was such a great film. Infinity War with the "I Love You" 3000.
I was gonna say I've got that one framed as well. I love that one. So
Yeah.
So cool. Now,
So
what area do you live in, Shane? Not like what is your street address? Is the better question. No. What area? Because it seems like you have a lot of opportunities to like the movies. And do you live in a bigger city? You don't have to name the city or
I
the.
mean, I live in the suburbs of Chicago, so I mean,
Okay.
it's
So
really
it's a
accessible to
good,
a lot of
nice
people.
size city. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I live close. I mean, I'd probably say the closest city that people would know would be like I live near Naperville.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't live there, but I mean, it's the closest city that most people that aren't from Chicago or in the area would know. So
I feel weird asking anybody that question because I don't really want to know where. I just want because the stories that you've told, being able to see these Broadway shows and be able to see,
mhm.
a lot of the opportunities you've gotten. It's such a cool to be able to be located in a place that kind of feeds your love of the
Yeah,
hobby. And then Chicago's a great area
he
for
yeah.
mentioned
this stuff.
Chicago a few times. So
Did he really?
he did. Yeah. He said
I don't listen all
he
the
did.
time. I'm sorry. My kids are yelling, so I'm just trying to make it through the episode. So I
Yeah,
apologize.
Britain is also near Naperville, so
Yeah, well,
we
Okay.
don't care about
No.
Britain. This isn't the Britain show. This our special guest is Shane's.
No, I even asked Tyler one time. I said, "Do you want to bring Britton on?" He's like, "Not really." He's like, "We don't."
He's on our band list.
I'm just joking, Britton. Anyway, so the one on the right, Deadpool, is that a print or is that OA?
That's an original ink. Yeah,
Cool.
that's an original piece. So as I mentioned, one of the year or I had done some volunteering slash working like at the Marvel booth at C2 for a couple years. One of the things, obviously, people would like submit their work to try to become or get to become like an artist for Marvel, so portfolio reviews and stuff like that. And one of my first years doing it in 2015, no 2014. early or later, whatever it was. I was helping or gather a lot of the submissions from the artists from Artist Alley that were coming by the booth to like meet with CB and some of the other people. And I befriended one of the artists that made a submission over the years and stuff like that. And that was one of his original pieces. I just liked his style, the way he drew. They have some original comic books and stuff like that they do.
Oh yeah.
Him and his brothers work together on a lot of stuff. And I missed out on the original pencils, but at least I was able to get the ink of that print.
It's super cool. Yeah.
The inks show up a lot better in pictures whenever you're seeing things like that. Yeah. So that's a really cool piece.
Yeah.
And then I had to get some details on these, so I'll just let you kick off and explain.
Yeah. So the same artist again, Jake Miner, the one that did the Deadpool Wolverine kind of on the rooftop battling. That was actually a commission that he did for me. Kind of just talked about a few different ideas of, what it could be and whatnot. And again, I mean, I can draw and sketch, but nowhere to like that detail or that skill. So he ended up making that for me after a show and ended up shipping it out to me. And he absolutely killed it with that. I mean, again, you said the detail, again, with it being a pencil, you can't really tell from the photo, but like looking at it in person, I mean, the photo definitely doesn't give it justice for how skilled he is as an artist. And then that Wolverine painting, I had commissioned about a year and a half, 2 years ago. Don't remember exactly. By Sean Carlson, an amazing artist, painter, drawer, sketcher, all the above. Buddy of mine has a couple pieces done by him, and I had been following Sean for a few years. So I reached out to him, and he, obviously came up with that for me. I wanted the blue and yellow, but he had previously done a commission for somebody, and like he doesn't necessarily like to redo the same style or color of a character, which I respect, obviously. And obviously, once he gave that to me, I was so much happier that I got the brown, the tan and brown as opposed to the blue and yellow. Just it pops so well, and just his style, I think, is really cool.
No, it's a cool. Have you shared this one before? I feel like I've seen this piece somewhere.
I haven't.
Okay.
I mean, unless you saw it like on my Facebook page or something, but I haven't really shared it.
Oh yeah, it just seems familiar. Seems like I've seen it before, but I can't quite recall. So
okay.
Ryan's comment there too. That's exactly the image I have. I think it's an X3, if I remember correctly, when he's trying to kill Gene. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, so he actually does a whole lot. Like he does a bunch of pieces like that with that type of style of it kind of fading away. A dear friend of mine has like a Ben Reilly, Spider-Man, similar, obviously different action pose, but with that same style paint, and then like a Venom Carnage kind of combined character. So I kind of just like that style. I mean, it's different. It's not like
it's eye catching. It definitely catches your eyes. As I was looking through all the OA that we're showing here, that one was. I mean, the detail on the other ones are outstanding, but this one, there's just something different about it. The melting away of the character, and it's just really, really well done. It's a different style than what you normally see too.
Yeah.
So, and then these four that kind of group together here.
Yeah. So again, that same artist, that's the original pencil to the print. Again, Wolverine's my favorite character, has been since I was a child. I mean, there's a few others that are close second. But it was such a cool action scene, and they ended up not even putting that in a portfolio to sell. I almost kind of had to convince him to let me buy that from him.
Oh, really?
So he was nice enough to obviously sign it for me. And
that's awesome.
I just had to frame it together with the print like that, and then the Groot and the Rocket. They were little adorable little photos, I guess, of it, but. Not, Scotty baby style, but just another interpretation of, of that. So,
Brendan wanted to know your thoughts on the new Insomniac trailer for the Wolverine game.
I caught it. I mean, I've been waiting for them to drop it, and I caught it like right before I jumped on here. I didn't get to finish the full trailer, but from what I'm seeing, I hope it's worth the wait. I mean, it's already been delayed a couple years, and it's not coming out till the end of next year. So. Yeah. Gives them time to kind of make it right. I don't see how they could really mess it up at this point. They've had so much time to, invest and kind of get it done. So, I mean, time will tell, I guess, with that.
Yeah.
Jock had posted some art of Wolverine, and he said this is for the PS5 game. Is that? I'm assuming that's the same thing.
Yeah, the new one coming out from Insomniac.
Okay, I just caught that like as I was coming home from work today, and I didn't know if that's. I didn't even realize that's what we're referring to. But if you haven't checked it out, go to Jock's page and.
Yeah, I'll have to. I haven't seen it yet either, or I haven't.
Yeah, that's super cool.
And the Groot and Wolverine. Groot and Rocket, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, those were just
sorry.
Yeah, those were just some prints that I was just walking through at the end of a show one year, and
those are adorable.
Yeah, it was just something different, a different interpretation of of the characters that we all love and like, and I was just like, out of whatever they had left on the table, I'm like, they're packing up, 2 less things they got to bring back with them, and so I grabbed those a couple years back.
No, super adorable.
And now we start getting into some of the comic section. Of course, JSC. I mean, those are 3 classic covers there on the left.
Yeah, I mean, it's taken me years to acquire those, and I finally finished by getting the last issue of that. I want to say like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I mean, again, another artist that I respect and like their style, and granted, the pedigree of those books alone, kind of speak for themselves and stuff like that. But
and then on the right, so that's the first appearance of Silk up there in the top row, and then Secret Empire for the bottom 4.
Yeah.
Which variants? Because I can't remember which variant that was from. The Secret Empire.
I think I have them here. Yeah, so I have them right here actually. But let me see. Yeah, so this one you can kind of see. Let me see if I can get
so we can.
Yeah, I forgot there. Yeah, there you go. I was trying to find the button.
Yeah, it's obviously glare with the bag and stuff, but yeah. So
that's cool.
Yeah, not too bad.
I almost assigned this a few years back when it came out. But the Secret Empire ones, the variants, again, it's kind of hard to tell from the photos.
Those look good. Yeah, that's a good shot.
But yeah, so they're actually all 4 issues. These were a concave, which was a convention in Mexico that Humberto put on or helped kind of put on a few years back. I want to say it was 2017 or 2018. I don't remember the exact year. Whenever these books came out. So it was a collaboration with Stan Lee Collectibles with the convention. So those 4 issues were convention exclusives. And so a buddy of mine, the same guy that was gracious enough to get me, the gigs all those couple of years, working the conventions with Marvel and a few other booths or whatever, was nice enough to get me those 5 books. But the 4 Secret Empires are all signed by Campbell, Stanley, and Ramos.
Oh wow!
Cool.
Yeah,
that's super cool.
And to have the set like that too.
Yeah,
to have them
complete. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And here, this is another smorgasbord of comics that we have here. A lot of Wolverine. I see here. I see a common theme, but sketch covers on the left.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just saying sketch covers on the left. Are all those sketch covers?
Yeah, so all of those are sketch covers. A few of them are in the middle. Those were all both front and back pages that were done. So it wasn't just obviously the front. So it's kind of hard to see when they're in a bag and board. I'm trying to tell or remember off the top of my head. That Spider-Man top middle, and then the morph changing into Wolverine, the bottom left.
That's cool.
Those are Humberto. Humberto was gracious enough to do those for me, so you can kind of see.
Yeah.
Without the glare. So this was the first.
I love that Spider-Man.
Yeah, the Spider-Man was actually the first sketch cover I ever got. And
nice.
For me.
Well, that's a good start. That's a good start.
Yeah. So those are the with that, and then
Too soon.
Yeah. Whoops. Keep it up. Yeah, we got to keep you big. That's why
Oh, sorry.
we shrunk you too soon.
Yeah, I mean the common
That's when
theme
I shrunk
obviously was
Shane.
Wolverine. But I mean, like Ken Lashley, kind of hard to tell, but it was nice enough to do that for me 1 year.
Yeah, that one's super cool.
Yeah. So.
Oh no. Seth, something that we said. Seth is that's what she said. Michael Scott.
If you see Seth's icon, you know you should look at it before bringing it up.
I know. I just used to click. That's my fault. That's all my fault.
Him in Britain.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are just hard to tell because again, the full pages I can't obviously pull out, but
No, and we don't want you to. We don't want you to mess up any of the things there. And I'm glad you're showing a whole bunch of Humberto because with his connection to Skottie, with
exactly, yeah,
we're trying to get him on. We're trying to get him on the show. We're making some efforts to get him on the show as well.
Aren't you happy, or are you just putting that out there now?
I'm putting it out there now. I wasn't until I said it. Now I'm like, guess who's getting a message after the show?
So I was like,
I'll reach out to him and see what he says. I'm sure he'll be nice enough to come on here.
Well, you're not getting Scottie's help, so
from nobody. Yeah. No.
Yeah,
I want to ask for Skottie. I'm sorry, Shane.
No,
We're going on little tangents here, but
I
was like, I want to ask for Scottie's help from Jorge since that's his. He said multiple times that's his brother, but that just makes me think that he'll protect him from us more than ever. So we'll never get Jorge on here.
Don't do it. So
I will say this: the one thing that I realized the other day when I was going through these to get the photos for you, the Wolverine fighting Spider-Man cover or full cover front and back page was done by Joey Diaz, and that was I think his second or third like real convention. And like looking back or thinking back at it now, I remember being the one that took his portfolio like when he was dropping off for submission. Just a random fact that like makes me laugh now. And he's one of the illustrators or artists or whatever it is I saw that's worked on the Marvel Zombie show that just dropped today.
Oh, really? Nice.
Very cool.
That's super. Yeah, small world.
Yeah, like I just forgot I even had that, in a box just because I don't look at some of them that often and realized like the name was like, wait, is this who? Is this him? And I like Googled it. I'm like, no, yeah, he's still working, doing a lot of cool things. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And now we present the Skottie collection from Shame Lamm. I don't have this set, so I'm very jealous of these sets. These are.
And I did want to say too, just going back one too.
All
the Stan Lee appear to be Stan Lee signed.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm sorry, I glossed over that.
So. Yeah. So I want to say I have to double check the year. I think it was 2017, 2018. I don't remember the exact year, but it was Stan's last year doing a convention. Especially like in Chicago before like his health started going bad and whatnot. So those were supposed to get signed by him at the show, and they didn't unfortunately get signed. So I gave them to my friend who was going to that convention with Humberto in Mexico. So those were actually signed by Stan on an airplane flying to the convention in Mexico.
Oh wow!
Random, there's everybody has, most people have stuff signed by Stan, but I can't, not many people can say that they were signed while, in an airplane flying.
While in the air, exactly.
But yeah, those took me a while to get over the years. But I don't really care if Claremont or anybody else signs them. Just the fact that I have something signed by Stan, and those were just because it's my favorite character. It's, iconic covers and stuff. I do have to figure out getting them pressed, and I want to get them graded. I don't really care if they're high or low. I know some of them are in the
best to get them sealed.
Yeah, just for protection purposes and stuff. Because a top loader can only do so much. So.
With JSA now, verifying stuff for CGC, it's definitely worth doing. Oh, well done! A real mile high.
I know that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say you're in the Stan Lee High Club now. Ryan beat me to the joke.
All right, now without further ado, the Skottie collection from Shane.
Now that Dustin's stopped skipping stuff.
Got to rein me in sometimes, Tyler. You know that. All right, so this was a smart decision to pick up both of these sets here from.
Yeah, it was the immediate buy. I try to be as good as I can. Like as soon as they, drop, I'm on the, website a few minutes before, just refreshing constantly on my phone because I'm either at work or whatever. And, hope that there's not a payment issue like there was a few weeks back with the original art or whatever.
Shopify, the
Yeah,
Shopify
exactly,
and stuff.
dilemma.
But I mean, for the last few months or however long it's been, a couple of years now, but I try to be pretty good about anytime Skottie has an exclusive or something. One, just support the shop, but also just to be able to acquire something that's signed by him because he doesn't do many conventions and stuff. And especially if you can get a whole set, it just kind of saves you the trip to have to get each individual book, especially if it's not something you really would normally go up to your LCS to get in general.
Right.
So
and the boxes that came in are so unique. And
I love the special stickers and the writing that they have on them and stuff too, just to kind of remind you what's what.
Did you do that or did I do that? Oh,
I haven't touched it. Nope.
Sorry, I did that. Anyway, sorry about that.
It's all good.
Now, I'm sitting here holding a horse figure, and the horse fell on the mouse.
I like this story.
Yeah, this was from my leadership training. I got this from my leadership training, so it's not a toy. It's a fidget. Anyway, we'll blame the horse. But very good pickup on these. Are these more lithographs here that we had talked about a little bit before the show?
No, those are the
prints. I couldn't tell the size from
I haven't hung them up yet, so they've just been sitting in their room. I got those a couple months back actually from Skeff.
Cool.
He was selling them on one of his shows. I can't remember wherever he was doing it on. And he had a handful left, and I was just like, I never had the opportunity to get a few of the prints either from the website or in general because I kept just putting it off, and then they were unavailable. Right. And obviously just iconic covers. Some
heavy hitters here.
Yeah, some of my favorite covers. So it was just an easy buy from him, and Skeff's a good guy and definitely, want to support him and what he does. So had no issue coughing up the money, for that.
Yep. Definitely certified good buddy Skeffington. James Skeffington III, I think's his name.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I don't think he likes it when I say that.
Nope. He's never going on the show.
No, one time and only. Now this is the one that I think we wanted to talk about because love the image. We've talked about this before on the show. The image of Skottie working on the Fantastic Four original art. That's such an iconic image. Tyler's got one. I've got one.
Dustin was nice enough to give us a copy. So.
Honestly, after you had posted that you had printed out those, I know I'd reached out to you privately, after the fact. But yeah, when I saw that you had printed those out for the guys and I don't remember if you got them signed or not, but it was just such an iconic, like it captures the essence of everything that like behind the scenes that, the thought process, what's going on. Again, it kind of puts you in his frame of mind, and it just, I love the photo so much to where I needed, I saved it. And like, after I reached out to you, I had to figure out a way to print it out. And I mean, it's not as giant as yours, but I mean, an 8x10 still counts in my mind. And
it fits in well with your sign there to the right. Like it's lined up.
I was
gonna
say Casey's normally their photographer, but Megan knocked it out of the park with this one. So
there's been a few others recently that have been posted that I have saved that I did have ordered for print. I just haven't got them in the mail yet from wherever I get them from. I forget the name of the website, but so there's a few others that are similar to that he, has posted recently that like I have coming that I kind of just want to have a little section in the corner of the wall next to my desk, just something to kind of Skottie section or Skottie wall per se. So
you're preaching to the choir. We're right there with you on that one. So we're converted. So we're you don't have to explain yourself to us.
You can see Dustin's mine faces away from the camera, unfortunately. But I feel like most of us have a Skottie section at the least in the group.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. Now I think this was the story that Shane started an hour and 15 minutes ago. So that we had to cut him off. So you can start over again and tell everybody off the viewers.
It's not like the best story itself. It's kind of like sad or upsetting for me, like what led to me acquiring that. So
a tale of woe. Yeah, come on, let's
relive it. Yeah.
So one of the years I, was working C2E2. Obviously, because I was working, I couldn't like leave the booth to go to Artist Alley to get books that I had with me signed. So I had friends that were gracious enough to grab stacks of my books that I had brought with me in bags or whatever. And to go get signed between Skottie and a handful of other artists. And that, I think it was Skottie's last year. I want to say it was either 2016 or 2017. Skottie's last year going to C2E2. I had probably 40 to 60 books, that my friends got, in line and had signed for me. I wasn't going to, not be professional and ask them to sign something for me, when I'm working and stuff. So I had friends that were going anyways, that's all they were going for was Artist Alley. They didn't mind standing in line for hours. And going back almost 10 years, I mean, his lines weren't as crazy as they are now. So it was a little bit more accessible too. So I had about 40 to 60 books that were signed, and they brought them back to me to the booth. I put them on a table that was behind like a roped off area next to like our bags and stuff like that. And 20, 30 minutes later, I go back to kind of pack up at the end of the show, and they were stolen.
Oh no,
man.
There's still a couple books here and there that I'm trying to remember what they were. And stuff like that. I've been able to get most of them back to this point. But it just, obviously it sucks. It is what it is. But that sign itself was the last in line sign that we would hand the last person that when we would cap the line for artists or writer signings that the booth was doing. Yeah, we would have them hold it, or we would just stand there holding that at the end of the line to let people know. Unfortunately, we've met our max and stuff.
Yeah.
And Skottie was the last one signing, I think, on it was either Saturday or Sunday, whatever day it was of the show. But he was the last person signing in the booth that day. And I gave the sign back to somebody in the booth. I guess they had him sign it, and they gave it to me because they knew like all my Skottie stuff got stolen. So that. The reasoning of like what led to me getting that kind of sucks, but it's still a nice reminder that like things are pretty, they work out in the end and stuff like that.
And you've got such a unique item too that not many people can say they have a sign like that, especially from one of the last mentions.
It's quoting Stan. There's so many things that kind of go into that piece of paper, and just the fact that it's signed by Skottie, and like I can remember like. Parts of what happened that day. Yeah. I don't remember, like I was telling you earlier, like I really don't remember meeting him that much just because I was just trying to be professional and wasn't trying to like not freak out, but just like, oh my God, like it's my favorite one of my favorite artists and yada, yada, yada. Like we talked, but like I can't recall the conversation and all of that. But just the memory of like that day I can remember. And again, I have that to always look at.
Yeah, the feeling it evokes. I think Dustin was saying something about Skottie being like forgettable or something, but I don't know.
Yeah. What Scott? Yes, Scott T. Yeah, Scooty? Scooty. Yeah, Scooter. Oh, Scooter Young. Yeah, he's okay. But no, that's very cool. This one caught me a few things that because I had to copy and paste these so fast.
Yeah,
but this was one of the ones that I had like 20 minutes to get everything copy paste, and I saw that I was like,
Dustin went on eBay and was like, "Where can I find this song?
How do I get this?"
Yeah, so I honestly think that's a true one of one. There isn't anything else like that you're going to find. So that would probably say is like one of the few rare Skottie things that I would probably have that nobody else in the group or whatever would have.
And speaking of that, giveaway at the end of the show, Shane will be giving this away to one lucky member of the Skottie Talk group. So either Tyler or me will be taking this home. So.
Shane's just gonna like get off immediately, like just like leaves.
Yeah, the end of the show. All right. In all seriousness, I saw that I have this Lego set on the right. I have not put it together yet, but this makes me.
Which one? There's 3 on the right.
The mansion. I'm pointing with my mouse. You know what I'm doing, Tyler.
See, I don't know. I don't know what you're doing.
I point with my mouse all the time, and nobody sees it but me. But the Lego mansion set is such a cool X-Men mansion. Yeah. That is such a cool set. Are you big into Lego, or is this just because you love the Wolverine and X-Men?
That's obviously you see a few other Legos like on the bottom of the shelf and stuff too. There's more throughout the house and upstairs that I honestly forgot to like submit or add photos because it wasn't Skottie related, and I was trying to keep it more Skottie or whatever. But I've enjoyed Legos since I was a kid. Obviously I had thousands of sets and Legos growing up, and then you get older, your parents throw them away because you don't use them, and you realize how much money that stuff is worth nowadays. But
curses. Well, are those Lego Star Wars ships? I really can't. Yeah. I can't tell if those were like Hasbro.
The Scimitar, Darth Maul, there, Mandalorian, X-wing.
I couldn't tell if those were
Obi-Wan ship. The
the
one is
action figures
the
yet
yellow
or
one's
not.
the Guardians, correct? I think that's
Yeah,
the Guardians
the Guardians
Yeah.
rocket ship. And then underneath, you can't really see. It's like the Guardians on the right.
Oh, I
above
see. Yeah.
yeah. It's like the Guardians, the Groot and Star Lord, and then Yoda's ship. The green
Yoda's,
Yoda
okay.
ship is the one
Thought it
that
was a
shoots
small-
rockets
cool.
back. Yeah.
I'm well versed in Lego, Dustin. You should know this by now.
No. You're speaking that, and I'm trying to squint to make sure you see what you're
No,
talking
I
about.
did miss those. Yeah, the one which I'm assuming that the morpher there, that's the morpher that was mentioned earlier, the still sealed
No,
one.
that's actually not that one.
No, it's a different
one.
The ones I mentioned, that's still in a sealed box.
Even like more sealed.
Yeah, though that was like the anniversary they came out with a year or two ago, like the Master Morpher type of thing. That
Oh, okay.
honestly, I haven't even opened it or even look at it. It was just one of those like it was the last thing that like I guess he recorded his voice for like some of the commands on it, and it was just like one of the final things after he passed. Like I just to have for the collection, I just ordered, but nothing I've actually genuinely like looked into to like. Ooh, what does it entail, or like what comes out and stuff like that.
No, totally.
Very cool.
And then, as you can see, some of the Gentle Giant figures that I've slowly been addicted to try to get, but
they're
also
so good.
You got some really good ones there.
Yeah, I mean, I realize kind of the rabbit hole that you can go into with those and how pricey they can get, and some of them are really hard to find nowadays, but. I mean, just like a lot of the Skottie books, as I've mentioned to you guys, like I try to be a completionist when it comes to books or runs or what people do. I just kind of gotten to the point where I just kind of just buy covers, like for Skottie stuff specifically. Like I don't think I'll be a full completionist with his stuff because there's so much that you can acquire.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, there's just characters or covers that I just not that I don't like, but it's just not a character that I enjoy.
It's not as much of a pool. Yeah, I mean, I totally get it because I'm the same. There's just he does so many now, especially, and and it's $5 a pop. I mean, you can get quite up there when you're grabbing handfuls.
And I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind about that. I just mean like there's just random runs or a cover of a character that like I'm sure I'll get eventually, but like I haven't to this point just because it's not like a need or necessity of like a book that I want right now.
Yeah, it doesn't pull at you as much.
Yeah. It's like same with the figures. I mean, there's a bunch of figures that I would want to get, but I kind of just stick with characters that I like in general, just because there's so many, at least at this point, that they created before they went out of business, I think, right?
Yeah. R.I.P.
Got bought. Yeah.
So, I mean, well, I'm never going to get that Groot that I pre-ordered, I guess, but
yeah, I'm still waiting out for the cancellation from Entertainment Earth, but I know it's coming. So
yeah, it's too sad. Too sad. This is the one this is one that I'm sure Tyler is gonna want to reach this screen and grab the Throg.
One day I'll own that Lockjaw. Probably not, but that's fine. Yeah. Oh my goodness, there it is. Look at it. I'll just put my hand to the computer screen there.
Yeah.
So I finally got this about a month ago. After years of wanting to hunt it down, I was able to acquire it. So
very nice.
Usually locked up in the cabinet, but I pulled it out to show.
Yeah, it's just such beautiful. Again, it's one of those ones where it's it's not the value. Like if that were a dime a dozen and it could easily be bought, I would quickly grab it just as much, just because again, it's just one of my more favorite Skottie covers. Just the style to it and everything is just super cool.
Like the older style, and it's weird because he's gone through different phases as he's discussed, and he's kind of evolved like what he does. And I like with the daily sketches, you kind of get best of both worlds because he kind of combines like the way that he drew previously versus just a lot of the baby stuff that people ask for now. But I mean, it's just such an iconic cover, and like that style that he brought to the covers back, in the early to late 2000s. This you can't beat it.
Yeah,
and you got the Skottie merch. You got the Skottie merch there. That's represented.
The
really
wristband,
the wristband,
the socks.
Which is the
koozie
with the C. Is it with the C or the K?
It was it's with a K, but I think I spelled it with a C.
That's right. I thought, and the homage to Skottie back there, that is by none other than
Jay Foskett, if I'm pronouncing
Exactly.
it.
Thank you
And
for
and I put it there to tie it in because I know with him, being a part of the I Hate Fairyland coming up, like I thought that it was fitting to put it with that stuff just because of the tie-in. But yeah, I mean, it's just an iconic cover that he imaged, and it was great, and the fact that it's remarked and obviously signed, kind of an added bonus with that.
Yep, and in approximately 23 days, Jay will be on Skottie Talk. Really looking forward to having him on. But I was glad whenever I saw that in the pictures, I was like, "Oh, that's perfect. That's Jay's cover." So glad you shared. The pin sets. This is something.
Talk about a rabbit hole.
Yeah, I've never went down this rabbit. I don't own a single pin, but every time I see one pop up for sale, I think about it. I think about it.
Because now's the time.
I'll be honest, like the pins. So like the top 4 that so the Howard the Duck, the Gwen, Wolverine, Deadpool, Ghost Rider, and then the ones on the badge on the left side, the Spider-Man that's sealed. Those I got from San Diego.
Nice.
In 2018, and I never had bought pins because again they didn't do them in at C2E2 or any other local cons, and it was just like I knew they were around and out there. I just I never really got into it, and then I kind of went down the rabbit hole at the convention and had to get what I could or traded for other ones or whatnot. And then probably about a month or 2 ago, somebody was selling the Marvel made box. So that's how I got that full set.
Included the comics and everything.
The comics, the notebook, and then the pin set. So I kind of just figured.
Very nice. Yeah.
For the photo, it was just a little bit easier that way.
No, it looks great. Looks great. I love those comics too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are fun ones. Yeah.
And then this is the sketchbook picture and some of the book plates that came along with the not just the sketchbooks. I was looking over at the right, but you've also got the trades and the collections here too. So gosh, there's a lot. This is one I didn't get to study that well, but now looking at it, it's like, man, you've hit up quite a few of the shirts at the bottom as well.
I know I had mentioned, I think to one of you or maybe both of you, like a friend of mine just this past weekend closed down their comic book store. They owned the shop for just over 30 years, and Saturday was their last day of business. So I had been going for a couple of years here and there. It's a little bit further out of the way, so I didn't go as often as I would wanted to their shop as opposed to my local shop itself. But early on when they announced that they were going to be closing the doors, I made a trip out, and somehow on a random shirt rack I found those 2 t-shirts, and I'm like, first thing I grabbed when I walked in the store was like the black one was just right in front, like when he walked right in the door. I'm like, all right, first thing I have to carry with me. I'm supporting my friend, but I missed out on the shirt when it came out years ago. So
you can do both. You can do both. You can shirt and support. So.
And then the junk one, actually Daniel was nice enough to sell that to me, or he had it for sale, and I got that from him in the group.
Very nice.
Cool. One of the great things about the group, I mean, very supportive of each other. Everybody in the group wants to help everybody else in the group build their collection except Seth. But it's great to hear stories about guys like Daniel reaching out or somebody hooking up somebody else. But
when Dustin likes to give a piece or two from his hoard, it's always appreciated.
Throw it out like candy on a Christmas parade. No. Seth is also really good about. I said this about Seth, and I knew I was going to have to tell this story twice last week. He gave me good tips on things to buy. Yeah. So and he was like, but he took credit for it. He took credit for it. Like he wasn't.
Well, then he'll always immediately regret it. Like, I shouldn't have actually said that. Like it's the Hagrid. Like I shouldn't have said that. I should not.
But he is good. He is a good dude.
I'll give Seth all the credit. I mean, as much as I know you guys give him a hard time on here, I mean, he is a genuinely good person, and I mean, he definitely has been very, like you mentioned, kind of reaching out, giving me heads up on drops of stuff that I didn't even know about.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll at least, kiss his butt a little bit right now for that, the help that he's offered me at least.
No, for sure. Yeah. Seth, keep talking. No. No. Lots of good stuff there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure you believe that, Seth.
All right, so this book, this is where you get to the feast. We have built up to the crescendo. I think this is the last one that we included. But oh my gosh, best Scotty talk ever. Good Lord. It's hard to, but you've got some really classic Scotty books here,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hard to pick out. So I was going to ask, what's your top three favorite from this picture that if you had to pick?
That's so hard.
I know that's why that's why we make it.
I mean, for many reasons, it's really hard. I mean, I'd probably say, the What If Venom. That's just such a classic.
Yeah,
for me.
Yep, I figured that'd be a top.
One of the first, real bigger books that I think I got of his that I had added to the collection years ago when it came out, and just at the time was like a grail for me. And obviously I've, amassed so many other grails as you can some of the ones listed there, but that was like the first real one. Even at the time when it came out, people probably didn't think that it was going to become the book that it is now. Dark Wolverine, just again, it's just such a classic looking cover with like the samurai and all that. I'd probably say is like a close top one.
That one, yeah.
That's true.
I got a few of them here. I could pull out, but
yeah.
Spider King, that's just another classic.
That's a good one.
Looking cover. It's tough. It's like picking your favorite child. You can't. Yeah. The Rocket number one. But the Rocket number one, I think, just because Rocket, again, another character that I like, and the fact that he did the whole series and came out around the time when Guardians came out was kind of just like a perfect. Yeah,
perfect serendipitous.
Yeah. But yeah, let me see what I might have.
Tyler, you know which one I was wanting him to say?
Wanting him to say or you to say?
I was wanting him to say, just so we could talk a little Disney on here.
Oh, the Haunted Mansion?
Haunted Mansion. It's a classic, iconic one. Yeah,
I was waiting and waiting for
that. It's a different style, obviously, but I think deep down, I think I like the older style art as opposed to some of the baby esque of it, but there are characters that I still like. But I'd probably say out of all of the cartoony styles, it's the Haunted Mansion. How could you not like that style and the artwork and the characters, and just I think he pulled off that cover off perfectly.
And you said you're pulling some out because the next thing that we have here is the any new Scotty. So we're going to blow you up if you want to highlight some books and show your art and stuff you got. We'll turn it over to you. Yeah. We'll just segue right into this part of it so you can.
I wanted to call it too. I knew Seth was going to bring up the bullseye as well. So
yeah.
It really, again, to his credit, the bullseye one is a really great cover.
Really
so
good.
Yeah, it's tough to pick, a favorite and all that. There's so many great ones. Obviously, I know we talked about this.
Yeah.
When it came out, again, this was like the first real thing that I think I was able to get from the website or from one of the drops that I was able to acquire. So like this one kind of holds a place close to me for that.
Yeah.
And then I find out that I got one too. And I'm like, oh, well, this, I'm not the only one. But besides that, like I said, it's just such a classic, classic cover. Yeah. And then going into this, I know it's newer, but it's just one of my favorite newer I Hate Everything covers.
I was gonna say, because I was just thinking that too, like some of the newer stuff. Again, I love the Spider-Punk. That's one of my favorite covers of all time, but it's so recent. So it's it's one of those odd things where it's like it's so new, but it's just still so good. Yeah,
again, I know this one's probably an underrated cover, but it's just the colors.
Yeah,
the way it
Mind the Gap. That one is just beautiful.
It's just the artwork on that I just think is so great. Again, same thing, just two classic covers. I think again,
Screw You.
And one of my favorite X-Men covers to begin with, and the fact that he homaged it and all that.
He rarely does that, so it's always cool when you see the homage. It like again, it means something to him. It feels like rather than just doing a whole bunch of homages. So
yeah. And then, as I mentioned, just these two as well.
Yeah, those are great. Yeah.
So a few things new and old, I guess, to the collection. I think I had mentioned this or I had posted this during C2E2. Laura from Presto's Comics was nice enough to walk around when she had a booth there and got Brett Bean to remark it for me.
That's great.
Very cool.
So something newer to the collection. In regards to like artwork and stuff, I know I'd mentioned to you guys, not necessarily Skottie related, but can't really tell, I think, with the camera.
Oh, very cool. I love that 700 cover.
Sam De La Rosa.
Yeah, just remarked both of those. And then at the same time, I had these. He did these sketch covers for me as well.
Very cool. I love his.
Oh, that goblin, yeah.
And then onto Skottie and some of the newer stuff for the collection, I guess, for the week. I know I posted about it, but I didn't make a big photo, but this was more recent.
Yeah.
That is a great one, yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorites and newest additions. I just waited and waited and waited and finally pulled the trigger on that.
Yeah, whenever we were talking about homages, I love doing the strong O whenever I say it. But yeah, Jordan's correct. Some of those, the ones that we talked about Skottie doing homages for, is the ones that he does from his own covers.
Yeah, the Oz one,
the Oz, the Fantastic, the Goofy, the Fantastic Four, their Human Torch. So I mean, yeah, anytime he does those, I love seeing them and doing the callbacks. But sorry about that. Shane.
No, you're good. So just new this past week, I was able to get these added.
Oh,
nice.
Cool. I know the glare from the computer is kind of blocking.
No,
yeah,
they look good.
yeah.
We got it. That looks really cool.
Yeah, so I finally added those. And then these arrived on Tuesday. They're supposed to show up on Monday, but post office got delayed, so these showed.
So good.
Yeah, he killed it.
Yeah, crushed it, yeah.
Crushed it for both. Got those new this week. Two other pieces of art that were just underneath something else I didn't get to share, but I recently picked these up, these sketch covers.
Classic cartoons. Those are great.
Yeah.
Love that.
Rocky and Boyd.
Yeah. And then I know I mentioned this, but Tyler, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, a prize from Skottie Talk.
But yeah, so I want to actually thank Seth for.
Yeah, I was gonna say
for that. So this finally came in. Got to get that framed.
Yeah, such a cool print. I love the shimmer to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Seth's head is going to get so big by the end of this show.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry, we'll take him down a notch
bring
with
back to reality a little bit later.
Break his shoulder from patting his own back at the end.
Another new addition is I finally was able to get this.
Those are cool.
That one is, and it's so wild to me how sparse that one became, and much more quickly than I would have thought. I would have thought that one would be well printed and easy to find,
but it was to get until I started looking for it.
Yeah,
yeah, that's usually the case. It works out well that way. Nice, Seth. He says he'll be able to fit into his SFM hat now. So.
Wow.
Newest edition as well. One of the harder books I've been trying to get.
The Monster Girl is
cool.
very nice. Yeah.
Finally got myself a copy of this to go with issue number 2. So
I was gonna say I've got 2. Yeah, I still need to get one myself. So
yeah, so I have 2 somewhere in one of the boxes, but so I finally was able to get that. Again, just a classic cover with the different style art that people don't even realize that it was him back in the, when they look at it now.
Yeah.
Because they just associate everything with the baby covers. And then a couple other new pieces of art. So this came in on Friday. Been waiting since San Diego for this.
Cool.
Very cool. Yeah.
Love it.
Love a good Brett Bean sketch.
Yeah. So been waiting months for that and just so happy that he got such a high grade. Was not expecting that to happen at all.
That's always,
That's
especially with sketches stuff. So
yeah.
And then this also arrived yesterday. Kind of thought it was fitting to share just because of who's the artist, but kind of get it without the glare.
Oh, that's funny.
There we go.
Yeah.
By
Very
Jay.
cool.
Yeah, with Jay again. So
Love Jay stuff.
That's great.
I just had to definitely go after that when it became available. And then I could finally show you guys the stuff I got from Jamie that finally came in.
All right.
Yeah.
Which one did I tell you, Dustin, that
Willy Wonka's the one that
okay, I'll show you that one.
showed me the Willy Wonka. So
yeah, so first sketch.
Oh man, that's great.
Man, it makes me mad that I did not order more Jamie sketches whenever we did the thing.
Me too. Yeah, I'm definitely regretting not getting a
so
handful.
good. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I got nervous because everyone's piece was previewed on his Instagram or Facebook, except for mine.
Yeah,
so I was getting really nervous that my stuff wasn't going to get done. And then they showed up, and he just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, crushed it.
I haven't seen this one, so I'm excited to. And I was really worried he was going to show it on his Instagram page yesterday, right? Because I've been waiting, kind of holding off to see it. So
and I'm shocked that he didn't share my two pieces. I feel like he showed everyone's but mine. But actually being surprised, I think, made it so much better than having it spoiled with the.
They're just too good, yeah.
Yeah. So Dark Helmet.
Oh, yeah, he nailed it.
That's awesome.
Man, Jamie is awesome.
I love his colors are just so good.
Yeah, I mean, he captured the image of that scene so perfectly.
Yeah.
We sent just a small reference for Jamie to see for that, and he took that and really made it his own. That's great.
Yeah, I mean,
congratulations to that one.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's one of my favorite pieces. Now on to some of the big drop stuff. So I didn't realize, Tyler, until you mentioned it, the show a few weeks ago, that they add the little notes when you get an original piece from the website drops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was not something I expected. So when you shared that with your piece, because I know we all had the issue with the payment, I was able to get the one I really wanted. So I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, that payment thing really messed me up because I was trying to get the pencil as well, and it sold while I had both in my cart, and then the one that I got, luckily, stayed with me. But so I mean, I framed the note. I thought it was too nice to do it.
No, that's great. Yeah, I love keeping the notes on display. So
yeah, so I put it in a little frame here.
That's awesome.
Megan just wrote, Shane, thanks so much, and hope that you love the art as much as we do. Best wishes, the team at Skottie-verse Mess.
So sweet, such a sweet.
It's just such a great touch and very fitting for their company. So
yeah, and then she reached out to me a couple days after the fact, which caught me off guard. I'm like, why do I have an email from Megan?
Yeah, that's not good.
Something's wrong. Exactly. Yeah.
So she had reached out to me and mentioned a few things. Did you guys get your Deadpool Wolverine stuff yet, or no?
Not yet. No. Mine's because I had to wait for I Hate Fairyland stuff too.
Okay, so there was so about a week after, I got a letter in the mail from her, from them. So a different type of stationery.
Oh wow, nice, yeah.
Another handwritten by Megan. So Megan, if you're watching this, thank you as always, as I've always said. But I will show the piece that I got from the drop, and then I'll read the note as well.
Very cool. I was wondering who got that one.
That's a good one to get.
Skottie-verse Mess kid. So
yeah, superstar Megan. I just noticed.
I know. I was looking for. I needed to show it. So
yeah, that is great.
That's such an awesome, fun piece.
Yeah. So I mean, I was just ecstatic, just to get a piece in general from one of the drops. And then to get an email from her notifying me that, it was gonna be a sticker.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had obviously no idea. So the letter she wrote just was just congratulating me on the pickup of the kid. Truly one of our favorites. And now you could show off the sticker with the original.
That's cool.
All the best, Megan.
That's super nice.
So I got a few stickers, a couple weeks before everybody, obviously the book was dropped or whatever. So
yeah.
I can honestly
been biting my lip not to share it.
No, that's awesome. I can honestly say, even if you hated Skottie's art, if you hated Skottie's writing, you would still buy their stuff just because of the level of customer service they offer. They are such great.
Yeah,
we like everything though. Yeah, we like everything. We buy it because we like it, and that's just a cherry on top, though. But
Exactly. Yeah, it's the added bonus, and like you said, I mean, it's cool that they did that because like I showed off with mine, the fact that they sent, I've already got so many of those ink bottle stickers, but the fact they still included more since I bought the art with it, so
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah, that you were able to get that, but like you said, it was after the fact because they then made it a sticker. I'm sure they were probably waiting on it. So
Yeah, and then there was actually one more
oh,
piece.
sorry, I
oh,
finished too soon again.
you shrunk him too
There
premature.
was actually one more piece that I recently got, which I'm shocked I even was able to get it. An early draft of
Oh,
Donald,
yeah,
Oh,
wow.
cool.
where he only inked the mouth and like two of the eyes, and everything else was still pencil.
That's cool.
Oh, that's super
The
cool.
pencil, yeah, having anything with the pencils is just incredible because there's not a
Yeah.
whole lot of that.
No, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, the pencils really show through. Yeah,
Congratulate, man! You have just really upped the game over the last week or so here. So
Yeah.
it's just incredible gets there, Shane.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
We picked the right time to bring you on the show. This was like perfect timing. So
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it very much.
yeah.
let's see, Tyler, do you have anything this week?
I just have basic stuff. If you have something more special, you can go.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I've actually I'm gonna have to take the phone with me in the car. I think here in a minute, where I'll be on. I won't be looking at the screen, but I'll be talking.
I don't know, I gotta pick somebody up.
Yeah. So while you're showing your stuff off, if you don't mind, I'm going to go grab my keys so I can
Yeah.
go mobile. This will be the first time Scotty Talk has been on the
As
move.
Bane would say, we're going mobile.
Whoa.
Nope, I blew up you. I meant to blow up myself. I
All
just got the comics.
I'll be right back.
I just picked up all the comics. So I
Yeah.
got my stuff from my comic shop. So got all the I Hate Fairyland and the Batman and Deadpool and the X-Men Apocalypse there. And then the fun little one, my store has started carrying buttons for all kinds of stuff. I think somebody makes them and brings them in. I don't know if I'd shown this one out before, but one of the workers there, Tasha, is super kind, and she saved this for me. And then when I was picking up my comics, I just happened to see this one looking in the jar, an I Hate Fairyland one from Brett's run that they had made. So
That's so cool.
yeah, so I grabbed this is my bag that I bring to pick up my comics, just so everyone knows that I'm the Scotty guy there, that they need to give me anything Scotty related. And then this isn't Scotty related, but I just had to show off. I absolutely loved this Whip artist edition for Batman, Absolute Batman #1 from Nick Dragotta. This I just absolutely love that we're getting more stuff like this. I've always been such a big fan of artist editions and being able to see the original inks, if I can't own the piece, and at least being able to see it in some way, shape, or form. That's why I love the prints, the unoriginal prints that Scotty and them are doing is just such a great idea in that same vein. So I'm hoping one day we'll see something like this for I Hate Fairyland. I really want to see, an artist print or proof or something, whether it's issue 1 or, something else, but definitely deserves it in my opinion. So
No, that's really cool. I mean, I like those because with the artist stuff, how you see a lot of like, the behind the scenes stuff of like what leads to the book being made and stuff.
yeah.
Like that.
No, yeah, exactly. And he had like a little quick blurb, about him presenting the art, to Scott Snyder and them looking over the panels and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, super cool stuff. But yeah, I'm waiting on, I think my Batman Deadpool exclusive is shipping soon. Like I said, I was waiting because it was coming with the Popeye slab.
Okay, yeah, I ordered obviously the 3 exclusives, but I also did the 2 graded as well for that.
Yeah.
I need to go back and get the Popeye. I keep looking at it. I got the store exclusive, but I didn't get the graded. But like the slab just looks so clean.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna go back and get that, in the next few days or something.
Yeah, no, it's like you said. I'd love to buy all of them slab, but they just take up more space and they're harder to display and stuff. So I'm a little bit more choosy. But yeah, that Popeye one is one of my favorite I Hate Fairyland covers. I think just period. Again, overall, is just such a such a Skottie cover, and especially him coming on and talking about it's like, well, I just got to go over the top, and what better way than Gert to wear Popeye's face and body? And it's like, yeah, I guess that's definitely one way to do it. So yeah, definitely can't wait for that. But yeah, no, always good anything Skottie you can get. So
definitely,
absolutely. Can y'all still hear me? Okay.
Yep. We can hear you. Yeah, just fine.
This is the most unprofessional show I think I've ever been a part of. I will refuse to come on the show.
Wouldn't be a Skottie show if it wasn't. So
not traveling 55 miles down the road.
Yeah, Skottie talk on the show on the road. Britain
that's
says,
right.
So.
Well, we're home free this week for new.
Yeah, we're home free. Yeah, we're home free this week. Nothing to pick up this week. So if you're missing some previous covers and stuff, now's the time to kind of fill those gaps.
That's right.
And then pre-orders coming up. We got loads of those.
There was a ton, and Shane was the first one I think to post in the group about these as well. Like he had some, like.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's all I had. I'm really not contributing. I'm not contributing a lot right now either. So you guys.
I was just scrolling through to double check. I was like on my way to my local shop, and I typically will refresh the link of the thing just to see if there's anything I need to add to like my pull list or whatever. And I'm like, oh, like I guess there's a handful of new books coming out or being available or whatever. Just like with the Spawn release that I had posted about in the group and stuff. So I mean, it's stuff that I didn't even know was coming. So I don't know if I spoiled it for people because it wasn't maybe officially released yet. So I'm sorry, Skottie.
No, that's awesome.
I mean, it's always one of those things where whether you see the cover. I mean, more than likely you're going to know about the comic before we see the cover and stuff. Yeah. So
right.
With this one, we knew number 46 coming out. We get the A and B, and then the C cover with Skottie's variant, which is I cannot wait to see what he comes up with, because we've already gotten a look at Derek's 2 covers, which are just fantastic. I'm really looking
you called dibs on these, didn't you, Tyler?
Yeah, honestly, I'm passing the baton for the cover we're gonna show coming up. But yeah, this one's definitely going to be one that I want to go after. So we got those. We got a whole handful. We've got Psylocke Ninja, Skottie's cover, Wade Wilson, Deadpool #1, cover C, Skottie, Ultimate Endgame #1, Fantastic Four, Volume 8, #7. So there's some more Fantastic Four coming up, and then Imperial 4, which I don't think is much surprise to most people, but another one from him. So and that's October, December, and then January coming up.
Was the Wade Wilson one, was that the accurate date? Because I saw that it got updated. It got pushed back to the release date of that.
Oh, did it? The release date? Gotcha.
I don't know if it was still the 7th, or it might have been pushed back to February. I think.
Okay. Yeah. That one might be pushed back then, but and then the Spawns. Yes, the Spawns we had shown. The Youngblood. We've seen the cover for now. Both the Spawn ones. We've seen, and those look great and fantastic. So those are marked for October and December. And then and then there's all 3 right there. So yeah, these look fantastic. I cannot wait to get the Spawn ones especially. So.
Yeah, just the detail. I mean, even though it's just a bunch of skulls, like there's so much small details and everything in both of those. I can't imagine like if there's a 3rd issue with the I forget the name of the other stuff that's not released yet.
Because most people are thinking there's got to be at least one more. It feels like connecting.
I think it's the 3rd one, but
gotcha. Yeah,
those are amazing.
Yeah. And then the Youngblood #1 is available on the site, the slab version, so you can buy the CGC signature. And again, these are always great. You get the logo and you get it signed by Skottie, and it's always fun. And then auctions, we got a new section in the store, auctions, with their collab with Rare Mark. So these are both online and available to bid on right now. The Eat My Shorts, daily sketch has got about 3 days left. The plant food one has about 3 days left, I think. So they're getting up there. Bids are definitely coming in as is you'll see when you go on there, and you can watch them, you can add them to your watch list, even if you're not going to bid, just to keep an eye and see how, these pieces do. But, it was definitely nice to see it integrated into the website. I don't mind bidding and stuff, but it's just so much nicer when it's, familiarity with the site and being able to just, do it directly through them and know that it's going to them. So, it's definitely nice. So,
No, I agree. It's convenient, rather than having to search around for, other websites or whatever, when it's just all right there in one place. It's much more convenient.
No, exactly. Yeah, it's just super nice when you don't have to leave the site to still get the piece. And I'm excited to see how these do, and then to see what future things end up on here that we'll get to see.
I think
up,
the actual app, the auction now, I think is the name of the app that Rare Mark's using to embed it into the actual creator's website. But
it is,
I'm assuming this is like the beta version or just a very early version of it. So hopefully it goes off without a hitch and becomes a pretty successful outlet for Skottie and them.
It's all news. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a trial run to see how it does. But hopefully it goes as smoothly as it can. I'm sure there'll be bumps just like at Buffalo Wild Wings, but that's just how it how they come. But we've got Jared Cullum coming up, appearing on the show October 1st. Discussing his career. He did a piece for Dustin, which we'll probably show off as well, a Gert piece. But he's got his own work, Cody, as well as the Usagi stuff he's working on. So his watercolor stuff is just super awesome. If you've not seen his work, definitely go check it out. I'm definitely excited to have him on and chatting with Dustin and I. Will be a blast. And then appearing on October 17th, Jay Fosgett, discussing his career. And then an issue 45, his special character Popeye, his matchup there. So this is going to be a fun one. You showed off a few sketches, and I'm sure you're looking forward to that one. So
so this was a special Friday night edition.
Yes,
we were typically only Wednesday, but we had some conflicting dates of that week. So Friday, it'll be a fun show. It'll be a Friday night show. We'll be a little bit more looser than we are on Wednesday night. Things are usually ran really tightly on Wednesday nights, but Friday's the weekend, so we'll try to shake it out a little bit. And Tyler's adult beverages will probably be a few more than.
We like to keep it tight, even though we're at 2 hours currently. So I don't know what loose is on the show.
Tune in October 17th.
It's tight as 2 hours.
I'm parked. For everybody wondering, I'm parked. I'm not driving. So
there we go. Making sure that you're safe.
Yeah. I'm not
no, it'll be a super fun show. As Jamie told us, when we told him that Jay was coming on, that he's a really great guy, and we'll have a blast chatting with him. So definitely looking forward to that. And it's always super fun to get again to be lucky enough to have Shane and other people who are part of the group, but also people working in the industry and on stuff like I Hate Fairyland kind of stuff to chat with. This is always a blast, and super looking forward to it. And speaking
real quick about Jay, I was going to mention one last thing about him is that he has talked about he's going to try to sketch out some Gert sketches and some quick sketches to present on the show for sale. So if anybody's looking to claim any Jay art, please tune in that night.
Yeah, no, that'll be definitely a good opportunity to get an original piece and potentially watch him do it kind of like Derek did on our live the one night. So
yep.
But speaking of sketches, speaking of Jamie, if you haven't been following him on Instagram or Facebook or wherever, he's been posting his Icetober and Pulptober prompts that he'll be doing coming up that you can, go ahead and already claim. As you can see, there's quite a handful that have already been claimed, especially on the Icetober, but a few on the Pulptober as well. They're $150 per drawing, $10 shipping. He'll keep the post pins, it'll continue to be updated once, more pieces are taken and stuff. I know I at least have one, Dustin has one. So, again, if it, as Shane showed off his, we've shown off ours before, it'll definitely be, just as good, if not better than the stuff we've already seen. So
2 notes. If you buy one, you only pay the shipping one time. If you buy more than one, you only pay the shipping one time. Also, he's holding the price at $150 until 2026, and the price is going to jump up to $200 when he starts his con appearances. So here's your chance to get some great art for 25% off discount.
Yeah, which it's never hurts. So definitely not when you're wanting to buy quite a few pieces. So
absolutely.
And then speaking of pieces and art and buying, again, as we've stated in our last show, September 26th, Friday, this week, 12 p.m. noon Eastern time, I Hate Fairyland number 42 art drops. And this is including the first cover from Derek, as the cover for issue 1 was a gift to Skottie. So we weren't able to get that one. But this one will be included with the art. Are you want to say something, Dustin, or?
No, I'm just admiring the art.
Oh, okay.
This is
the
so
prices.
Cool.
I'm going to go through. The prices are listed here. So $1,500 for the cover, incredibly reasonable price, especially considering again the fact that you can be a part of his Patreon and get the discount on top of that $1,500. So again, if you're not part of that and subscribe, it's a monthly payment. As Derek said, you can make the one payment then cancel, but I don't know why you would. That's just rude, and not very nice. You want to, if you support the artist, then it's a great way to do it. But tons of great pages all throughout this series, and then some of the ones are 300, as you'll note there with that first page. So there's some that you can get as low as 300 plus again the discount if you're going to go for that. So.
Yeah, and there's going to be more covers coming later on in his other art drops. So you don't have to get this one. This one's not the one.
Yeah, definitely go for this. Dustin said he doesn't want it. It's anybody's.
Civil War is about to happen here at Skottie Talk, and Shane will be the dividing factor.
The witness, yeah. I will say I did. Again, for people who, approve of dibs. I called dibs on the sheep one. I want the sheep one. That's the main one I'm going to be going for. That leftmost page there. It's just such a fun, silly cover and character. But again, you just can't go wrong with any of these pages. Especially all the puns.
You called dibs on that one like 2 months ago. I mean, I'm not even joking about that. When we saw this art back on Derek's first appearance, Tyler was like, I love that page. I want that page.
I don't know what it is, especially now that, and to not give spoilers for anybody not familiar with Dungeon Crawler Carl, but there's a goat character in that book that's really fun. Just saying that. And again, segueing that into Brett Bean's comic with Dungeon Crawler Carl, it will be coming out or being, release the campaign for that coming up here soon. So if you haven't started that series, it's an incredibly fun series. I highly suggest it. It's a good read, a fun time, and the audiobooks, as my friends continuously tell me, are really fun. But I like reading it first, to give it that imagination before I let somebody else read it to me. But tons of great pages, and all these will be dropping. It won't be like the issue 41. He's not going to do half and then drop the later half at a different date. These will all be dropped at once. The same deal, at a certain cutoff that he'll, give us and announce, they'll be pulled off and, and archived as he's going to start doing, along with those issue 41, which I believe is already archived. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Dustin.
That's correct. And I'm trying to ask him to keep them as long as he can, because I like I said on the last show he was on, those will make great Christmas gifts. Especially for Skottie fans and Gert fans and I Hate Fairyland fans. Great opportunity to pick up some great art at a great price.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then the date is extended to October 3rd for Skottie's private signing at CGC, and remarks have been added back to the options. Did you check? Did you check this earlier today, or so to say? I don't know if that's still okay.
Yeah, the remarks are still there. The remark option is still there. There's 10 days left, so make sure you can get them sent out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, still some time, but definitely nearing that point where, sooner rather than later kind of a deal. But as seen in the previous years, again, the one of the few chances you have currently to get something drawn or sketched by Skottie. I've shown off my Haunted Mansion one that I got last year, which was awesome. I know Dustin has quite a handful, so Again, they're always, super fun, and you can, pick and choose your characters. Obviously, last final choice is up to Skottie, but I've not heard or seen of him, saying no to something yet. Maybe there's something outrageous we haven't heard about, but yeah, I mean, it's tons of good characters to choose from his own stories, let alone the Marvel and DC IPs. So. And then here's 2026 potential fan meetup again. We did it last year and it was a blast. And we had Skottie, stop in and as ridiculous of a time as we had at Buffalo Wild Wings trying to get food, it was still, completely fun to be able to talk with Skeff and then Megan and Skottie joining us. But not just that, again, the Facebook group members and getting to meet people for the first time and chat with them and, to put the faces to the names. So.
And one of the things that we've kind of kicked around behind the scenes is possibly getting an Airbnb and sharing, a few of us sharing a room. And we're talking about contemplating, trying to do a live stream on YouTube of that room, when we're away from the con, so you all can see kind of how we interact with each other, overnight, how we get along, what happens when things get real. It's like the real world from MTV days. So
I say, you're talking about a 24-hour live stream or something,
yes,
or
yes, we're each going to work on
okay.
camera.
Well, I will not be signing that
the waiver.
The waiver. Yeah, I will not be a part of the. You'll blur out my face.
It's just a suggestion, not a. There's no.
Seth, this just got weird.
That's the first one to sign up for it. Who are we kidding?
Exactly. Yeah. Dustin's already signed the rights to Skottie Talk to some unknown host. Already got a branding deal and everything, I'm sure.
Yeah, Mario Lopez is coming on to host the show for us. So
there we go.
Come on.
Goodness. And then I think that's it. Thank you so much, Shane, for coming on and showing your awesome collection.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
You want to do the giveaway thing?
Oh, yes. I'm about to say, it's literally scrolling there at the bottom, and then I'm completely blanking. Dustin, did you have, or Shane, did you have, I don't know if we discussed a method, are we going to do the wheel, or are we?
Dealer's choice, whatever you want to do. I didn't really think about that.
Wow, this is, I apologize, Shane. I've got my headlights off, so I'm driving in the dark now. This is not
You're good. Be safe.
No, I've got the phone on, so I'm just talking. But how many viewers do we still have on there? Is everybody starting?
We've got 5 viewers currently.
Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you all for hanging on. Yeah, my daughter, who's riding shotgun with me, said she's currently a viewer as well. But
exactly, a side passenger.
Well, we could always do, Shane. Is there a question you want to ask, or something like that? Just a trivia Skottie question, or maybe name one of the. Yeah, I don't know. It's up to you, Shane. We should have talked about this sooner, and I apologize for not.
No, it's all good. Honestly, if you want to do a wheel thing or something, I mean, that works for me. I really didn't think that far ahead. I was just going through some stuff over the last few days, and I found something that I thought would be a nice little treat for everyone watching.
Yeah, we want to show off what the giveaway is for, so everybody.
Yeah, I can blow you up, and then I can get the.
Yeah, just from 2017, one of the con lithograph giveaways of X-Men Gold that Skottie did.
Super cool. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, I've got the wheel. Again, it's just this annoying thing now that it has ads. I need to find a new wheel hosting site that I can properly do this. But if I remember my trick from last time, I just shared my screen and then just blew up the wheel. So let me.
Yeah, you did a good job with that. You spaced it perfectly where it hit everything except the wheel.
Yeah, I was able to do just the. There we go. Okay, I think that should do it. Cool. All right, so I went through quickly. I believe I caught everyone's name who commented at least. That's generally how we pull the names. If you comment, I'm able to see who the names are. But I'll go ahead and give this a spin, and then we'll be on our way.
And the lucky winner is.
I think this is Ryan. Ryan always wins.
Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, Ryan's won quite a bit. Seth, Seth has won. I didn't randomize the names either. It's probably something I should have done. But Ryan, you look like our winner tonight. Spin
I'm
again.
just joking, Ryan. But wait, I think Ryan says spin again.
Oh,
yeah, Ryan said spin again.
Well,
all right,
Seth, sore loser.
I'll remove you then. I'll shuffle the names a few times and we'll spin again. But you are first. If you really do want us to spin again and land it, I'll do that. But looks like
Mr. Becker
is our lucky winner tonight. So
congratulations.
Congrats, Becker. If you want to shoot me a message on Facebook with your information, I will get this shipped out to you sometime.
Okay. I've got Becker's address as well.
Okay.
So in case
that works too.
I'll forward it to you and let him know.
Yeah, just let me know and I'll try to get that shipped out tomorrow or at least by Friday for you.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Ryan, for it's when we have a smaller group, we can get a few people who win a couple of times. So it's always nice when y'all are generous enough to pass on the and share the wealth kind of a deal. So, and thank you for bringing the giveaway. It's always super kind. So always appreciated.
Of course.
Yeah, I got to spread the love. So any closing remarks you want, Shane, or I think Dustin has some, but
just thanks for having me. It feels nice to finally be an official certified good buddy.
Yep, yeah. Again, eventually maybe we'll have stickers we can send out like the Super Fresh Mess did. So
yeah, but no, I mean, just thanks for the opportunity for letting me come on and share some stories and some of my stuff that I have in the collection, and get to sit here for a little while and chat with you guys.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. It's always a pleasure, especially to chat with other like-minded Facebook group friends. So
of course,
Dustin's just giving a thank you.
No. Yeah, I do like the idea of certified good buddy stickers to hand out at cons to anybody that recognizes us from the show. All 6 or 7 of them that come up to us, like the certified good buddy sticker. So hey, it's a possibility that we're gonna.
I think that could be doable. I said look into the sticker. There's so many companies now that offer that kind of stuff. So I'm sure there's something out there we could find. So.
Yep, and we'll sign them for a small fee as well.
Now we're really gonna get told off by Stupid Fresh Mess. So
that's right, certified good buddies here. That's unaffiliated with Stupid Fresh Mess.
I don't know. It does have, or no, it doesn't have Skottie's face. You're right. It just has the hearts. For some reason, I was thinking it had Skottie's face. So
the hearts holding hands.
Yeah, thankfully I steered away from that one. So
now watch that be some conglomerate that Kelly's going to send.
I'm sure. Yeah, exactly.
No. Thank you, Shane. Thank you very much for coming on. Love your collection. Definitely have to get you back on here whenever we can be a little bit more professional and I don't close out from a dark, dimly lit car.
Oh yeah, I appreciate the opportunity. So thank you.
No. Yeah, Ink Pulp doesn't do anything like this. That's why they're Scottie's favorite podcast.
Yeah, Ink Pulp only has like the highest grade cameras and microphones and switching and all that kind of stuff. So
and ours looks like a ransom video.
I know you're in the car, so you probably can't see, and if you're driving, I don't want you to be looking.
I pulled in a food line, so I'm.
Did you want to see that helmet up close, or do you want me to just?
I forgot. Yeah.
Or do you want me to just?
No, I want to see it on air, man. We have waited this long, so it's end on a high note.
There we go.
And we'll call it a night. I feel like watching the Darth Vader scene where he gets the mask put on.
So, I mean, you can kind of see some of the details.
Yeah.
That's, battle damage and all that.
It's just so well done, yeah. Even, the darkening of the seams there, the lines.
Yeah. So, yeah, just the amount of detail on this thing is just insane.
Again, for a mass-produced helmet, it's honestly surprising.
So, I'm guessing you want to see it on.
Don't make it weird.
I think that's what he was wanting.
Just put it on.
We can make a safe word if you need it.
Pumpernickel.
Oh, wow. It looks like it fits perfectly, too.
Oh, man. Thank you, Mr. Jackman, for appearing on the show tonight. Very well done.
That is too cool. Yeah, that is awesome. Is an invisibility looks like the slits at the bottom there. Are those pretty good then, or
yeah, I mean, I'm just blind without the glasses, but I mean, you can see through them like 100%. Like there's no issue.
That's so super cool.
So yeah, no, it's pretty sick.
Yeah. My daughter suggested putting the glasses on the outside of the mask, and I was like, I don't think that's what they're made for.
I don't think they'll stretch that far.
I wouldn't want you to break the glasses or hurt
exactly.
The
mask,
so. All right. Well, thank you once again, Shane. I'm going to shut up so Tyler can finish. but thank you, and everybody have a great night. Thanks for tuning in and putting up with our foolishness. And if you want to be on here and do what Shane did, you are more than welcome to. One last thing before I go. Did you listen to Skottie's video about promoting stuff?
Yes.
And he's like, do not be negative. And I thought we are the most negative group of because we're all about the negativity and the self-deprecation. So
that's more so I let you handle that area of expertise, Dustin. I like doling out negativity to other people, but I'm all about positivity with myself. So
I love me some me. There we go. All right, y'all have a great night.
Have a good night.
Oh, wait, Tyler's got to send us off.
I was gonna say, I'll sign us out. Yes, thank you everybody for joining in tonight with Shane. Tune in next week again. As always, we always appreciate having you on the chat and chatting with us. And till then, stay fresh, live messy, and we'll catch y'all later.